Inside Stone's Gambling Hall in Sacramento, California, you'll find Sammy's Restaurant and Bar. Recognized for its innovative, healthy global cuisine, Sammy's offers menu selections made with local, organic ingredients. Indulgent options like truffle fries, duck tacos, artisan wood-fired pizzas, fresh salads, and more, along with an eclectic selection of craft beers and classic handcrafted cocktails. Plus, with 40 big screen TVs, Sammy's is also the perfect place to catch your favorite game. Satisfy your craving anytime, 24/7, tableside or in the dining room at Sammy's Restaurant and Bar at Stone's Gambling Hall.
All time. Oh my God, are we live? Is this happening?
I believe we are live.
Oh my God, hello my friend. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, gather around the campfire. It's a fun game this evening. We have prepped something pretty sweet. It is a 5-5 no limit game, but it is with myself and the one and only Sean McCormack.
I'm here.
My good friend.
I am here. I am ready. This is
Pleasure to see you,
actually
friend.
a really, really super exciting game. I'm excited for it. I didn't know the lineup was this good. We were over at the table for a little bit. Obviously, there's some juicy action already. What's the max buy-in for this game again?
Well, I'm glad. Thank you for asking, Sean. The max buy-in is actually $1,000.
So, obviously, as you guys know, the game gets started a little bit before the stream gets going, and it's $1,000 max, but you guys here at Stone's love your table stakes.
Who doesn't?
And I walk over to the table, and literally the very first hand, a guy rolls over to the chip attendant and says, 2,000 more, all in white. Whites are $100 chips.
That's all I'm saying.
So he's already buying an additional $2,000. So
if we have people adding on for 2K like a half hour before the stream even starts, life is good.
buckle your seatbelts.
I'm super ready. All right, let's get down the table, start walking around. Super excited. This is going to be a Vegas-Sacramento combo stream tonight. See, one, he's not sitting there, but honestly, you guys can almost visually see him without him being there. It's Harlan. The one and only Harlan, the soul crusher. Any guy with a picture like that is winning. He's
Greatest picture ever.
He's just winning at life. Like, here's first world problems, and its biggest epitome right here is, oh, I can't stack all these chips. It's going to take so long. They're covering my card reader.
They have literally renamed the Queen Nine the Harlan.
The Harlan. The bomb pod heard around the world. All right, directly to his left, guys, seat 2, Shane. Shane G in the house. You've seen Shane a lot on the stream. Super crazy gear switcher. What I love about Shane is honestly, his cards don't even matter. He's just like, you know what? I don't think you have anything, and I'm just gonna like fire $1,000 and make you prove it. And most of the time, people are like, I'm just kidding, bye, and they fold. You love Shane. All right, directly to his left, we got Day. These three here have been pretty solid regulars on the stream. Obviously, Harlan and Day more so than anybody. Day, I think once he hit the stream, he just never left. I think he just sleeps under the table.
I've played with Day a couple times. He definitely changes it up, mixes it up. He loves the fire, and then when I have the nuts, he likes to fold. So I don't like to play with him.
I don't know how this happens. I don't know what happens.
How do they do that?
It's so crazy. All right, then directly to his left, we got Dave C. Now, we saw Dave in one of our recent streams. I believe he was part of when we had a couple newcomers to the stream. He was part of that pack. Definitely one who can hold his own. Super good dude. Genuinely just one of those nice guys. And we're super excited to have Dave here. So glad he's sitting there in seat 4. Then directly to his left, we got Colin. Now, I want to say that I've seen Colin before. I've seen him around the room. I don't know if I've seen him on this stream, though. But either way, we'll see. He's obviously wins enough to support his Apple habit, which is why he's rocking those wireless earbuds, and those are like a couple $100, so life can't be that bad for Colin. So let's see how he shapes up. And then his left, sweet dear God, Dave-O. I don't even know what to say about Dave-O. I mean, you see him in every freaking cash game here. He has no fear. He's down to do whatever.
But he's so nice. He's like
the nicest guy. And the thing about it is, you talk about rangeless monsters. Dude, I believe saw Dave-O like just call flat raises with just like 8-3 suited. Yeah. Like, if a weird board comes and you're like the only weird hand you could have is this, Dave-O's like, I have it.
Yeah, that's me.
I actually read Harlan's poker book, and that's why I have this hand here. So super good. Yeah, Colin is new there. All right, so directly to his left, we were just talking about him, Derek. Derek, definitely a huge Kings fan, definitely reps Kings, super strong, obviously rocking a Vegas strong shirt. Doesn't he bounce?
Love the Vegas strong shirt. As you can see, I am also rocking the Vegas strong shirt.
About to be rocking something else. We'll get to that in a minute. But Derek, now he floats pretty much everywhere. Here, Vegas, everywhere he wants to go.
Yeah, so tonight was supposed to be the Sac versus Vegas game, but the Vegas guys, the scheduling didn't work out.
Vegas, yeah.
But I've thrown down the gauntlet at the table and I said, we are going to get this game going, and Derek is going to be Team Vegas. So good luck,
Nice.
Sacramento.
Okay, so last but certainly not least, because we're getting into the action here, guys. Seed 8, Hollywood. You know him, you love him. He's actually doing a cool contest tonight where if any player at the table, I think, gets any sort of like deuces full house, he's going to give away a Stones hoodie. And I think he's got another shirt here he's going to give away that says Stones on it. Very cool. You love Hollywood. The only player I know that tips when he folds. How can you not love him? And last but certainly not least, JP there in seat 9. Super good guy. Great to have at the table. I mean, look at the smile. He's ready to jam. This is going to be an extremely juicy 5-5 game. And while we're still talking, let's rock.
Let's get down to it.
Let's do it. Speaking of which,
Boom.
guys, this guy's worked so hard for this Stones hoodie.
You have no idea.
You know, I don't think we can legally bring up what he's had to do on the air, but this is yours.
I don't even know what to do.
So tonight, for those of you who don't know, Sean McCormack is the poker director of the Aria. Tonight, he is going to rep the Stone swag, and I'm going to rep the ever so delicious Aria swag.
Boom.
Yes, so a little role reversal this evening. Oh my God! Hello, all the friends in the chat. What is going on? There was a lot to peel off here in the beginning. We got Moobot. He's always here. What a hound! Rick and Barstow. What's going on? Hello.
Finally, since I finally got my Stones hoodie, thank you, Justin, and my other good friend, Justin. I'm out of here. You guys have a great night.
Well, all right. It's me and you guys tonight. Welcome to Aria Live, where we. I love it. All right, let's get to the action right off the bat. Harlan with a 5-3, no surprise there. Shane flops open-ended. Harlan makes a pair. Derek with an overpair. Racing guy, what's going on, my friend? Hello. Just listen for the click. There it is. And it looks like Derek's going to waste no time firing out here. It's about one of the better flops you could hope for. 8-5 deuce rainbow without, actually binking a jack. So he bets 210 right off the bat, and Harlan is thinking he might be a bit of a non-believer. Possible C-bet from Derek here. Relative to Derek's remaining stack size, though, that's a pretty solid bet. And
Obviously, given the fact that Harlan throws in the call, there's zero chance that Shane's folding here.
No, Shane's pricing in Harlan all day there.
Shane actually clicks up and...
Wow, how do you just keep getting drinks delivered? This is going to be a rough night for
Sacramento hospitality.
our co-commentator. Oh, Shane ships it.
Shane shipped it. He clicked up. He clicked up, and of course Derek calls, and
this is
a
sick.
spot
Now
where
you can't. If you're Harlan, you can never call behind here, and think oh, I kept running 5s, I'm good. What are you gonna do? Right. So he's gone.
there's too many hands he could be beat by here, and
Great call by Derek. It'll be interesting to see what the turn holds here. So basically, Harlan's free $200 in there. Harlan's thinking, damn it, I wish I would have saw that coming. Queen brick ball. And
Paris,
six
is no good.
Not good enough. He just ran it the one time. Derek had to do the double check. He's like, crap, did you? Oh, wait, no, I'm still good. Nice.
that discount double check right there.
Discount double check. Ryan Ruffy Gaming, Dondo 111, I Hate College 209, BM Troll Racing Guy in the house.
Mrs. Poker Boss.
Do you know Miss Poker Boss?
I've heard of her.
Her name sounds eerily familiar to Mr.
Eerily.
Poker Boss over here.
I have fans.
Okay,
I
that's
have
good.
fans.
That's good. Very cool. So Jacks actually hold here. That's good. We know those hold, but Kings are no good at stones. We know that.
Every time.
Every time. I feel like I'm like every time I pinch Kings, I honestly now think to myself okay, if I'm in a different room, I'll give it a shot. If I'm at stones,
Auto muck.
super cautious, super cautious. There's yellow caution tape everywhere. For sure. Safari guy, what's going on? Miss Poker Boss in the house. So she does let you out to Sacramento every now and then. That's very nice of her.
It's very nice.
Yeah, so we were talking earlier. Let's take a look at stack sizes. Keeping in mind this was a 1K max buy game. Derek's at 3K. Dave's at already over 2K. Dave's at 1.8K. This game's, by the end of the night, we're talking sick. I guarantee you. Okay, let's take a bet. Over, under, end of the night. Top stack's going to be 5K. Over, under.
I'll take the over on that. I'll actually take the over on our biggest pot being 5K.
That's solid. Oh, that's solid.
No gamble, no future.
That's
Let's
super
do it.
solid, dude. I guarantee you they'll be over a 5K pot. I mean, that right there was already, let's see, a K shift each plus pre plus a 200.
3.1.
Yeah. Well, I mean, dude. Way to set the line, bro. Way to set the line. Miss Poker Boss with the needle. Wow, I absolutely love it. Did she wear that around and just look at you and say you wish you had a hoodie or what?
Yeah, and unfortunately, when I put hers on, she gets mad at me because I stretch it out and I do the old Chris Farley fat guy in a little coat, you know?
Well, unfortunately for her, actually, that's because you wear it, but only it. You're basically just naked from there on down. So that, I don't know if that's a win or, you know, I don't know.
That's a win.
There's 3 aces on board, says Shimmy and Stone's hoodie. I'll wear it when I play it. Oh, yeah. Well, trust me, Sean will recognize it. I guarantee it. Sean will actually be wearing his Stone's hoodie,
I
too.
will. I will.
All right, Jack 5-9 here, couple of hearts. Hollywood does bink top pair, solid kicker. Not much for either JP or Harlan.
Chips, please. Table 11.
6 on the turn is actually going to give both JP and Harlan reversal straight draws. I'm a wordsmith. That's a real thing.
I like it. Hollywood taking it down.
Speaking of Hollywood, I Hate College 209 chimes in and says, I saw Hollywood playing limit high-low at Stones when I played the chip amplifier and was kind of starstruck. You can't miss Hollywood, dude. Super good dude. Genuinely nice guy. And like I said, the only player I've ever seen who gets his cards and then mucks with a dollar tip for the dealer. Like, how can you not love that?
You gotta love him.
That's so awesome.
You gotta love him.
Cheers, my friend.
Cheers.
For the record, I am not allowed to drink in the booth, but our guest stars are allowed to drink in the booth. So I am representing Rockstar Pure Zero this evening.
And I am representing Jack Honey.
Yeah, you win. You win. You win. I get it.
Harlan repping that Las Vegas barbell swag tonight. Yes, he is.
I saw that. And he
That is the gym we go to, so little plug for that. You know?
Yeah, and he says he wears it all the time. He actually needs a new shirt.
He needs a new shirt because that one's looking a little weathered.
That's what happens when I'm so ripped. Ugh. Speaking on behalf of Harlan.
You're pretty ripped.
Well, I mean, compared to should we talk about moving vending machines? That's a different story.
Well, you rip when you bend over your pants.
Oh my God! Let's just say I actually called Sean today because I had to move a really heavy vending machine. Said, hey, could you help me out? He's like, sure. He comes over. Let's just say there's a hole in my drywall and it was caused by his finger and me pushing my vending machine into the wall.
Legit.
Sorry.
Legit.
Sorry. How's the bruising coming, by the way?
The bruising is real. The bruising is real. I don't know if you can see that.
That was only like an hour ago, guys.
That was an hour ago.
That's real.
And when he says we had to move a vending machine, come on.
I called in the big
Come
guns.
on. This guy was wearing sandals to move a vending machine.
I'm still wearing sandals. Thank you very much. I always wear sandals when I do my heavy lifting. It's funny because I can actually make a read and see that you calculated like 28 jokes there.
There was so many.
But decided to table them all. That's really solid.
I veered right down Antelope, but I was an exit early.
Oh my God. Is it bad when this guy gets into town he has to give you directions to where you're going? Is that
He's
bad?
like, this is our exit. I was like, no, it's the next one. He's like, no, I'll tell you. I could have put money on that one. Let's get back to the felt.
God, I can't wait to go to Vegas and give you directions.
Oh, it was so good.
So awesome.
Recalculating. There it is. Hollywood just folded with $1 on top.
That's it, dude.
Strong.
A couple fun hands here. So the flop, 8, 10, 7, couple of spades. Shane here, couple of overs and a gut shot. Dave binks a pair, puts him in the lead. Oh, here we go. Laugh out loud. Day just topped up to Derek Stacks. Going to be deep. We call that hashtag Stones Deep, guys. All right, to the turn. Now, another spade peels. Doesn't improve either player's hand. Well, actually, it improves Shane's hand here with a re-spade draw.
Yeah, Dave's got the 3 of spades.
Okay, well, you know, Dave could hope and wish.
It's actually a really good bet by Shane.
That low flush draw.
Now I'll make another prediction. Hollywood will obviously not be the biggest winner, but He's probably one of the more consistent winners.
Absolutely. Oh, that's pretty solid. 3 aces on board asks, Sean, did you tell your friend to walk into the Bellagio room naked the other night to mess with them? I'm guessing there was an incident?
There was an incident.
Okay.
I will show you later on.
Oh, wow. Guys, for security footage, make sure you just tweet @FatTrain. No, I'm just kidding. So Kings here for Dave C. Now, you would normally be excited to see Kings here. We talked about the Kings and the history with Stones, and it's a little rough, but hopefully Dave C. can change that luck. So Colin here with the mystery hand raises to 30. Dave-O makes the call, as does Harlan. Back around to Dave C. here, who was under the gun, and he must have just limped here for the 5. I would hope to see a solid re-raise here. I think just flatting is kind of suicide. And there's the re-raise. So looks about an extra 100 on top. Guys, once again, white chips are 100s, greens are 25s, reds are 5s. I saw that Bellagio picture. Guy walked in with the nuts. Can we start a slow clap for that joke, please?
Wow.
Thank you. Dondo with the joke. We'll allow it.
Dondo for the win.
So, looks like, okay, there's Colin's hand popping up. Ace Queen now, he's going to call, as does Dave-O, as does Harlan. Game on. Oh my god, lots of 10s. None in anybody's hand here. Kings are still good. It's a pretty solid board for Kings. He's going to fire. Pot's at 530. Let's call it like, what, is that 215? Oh, 310, 315, something like that. And if those numbers are right, he must have counted down Dave-O, because that, according to that, says the rest of Dave-O's stack to the penny. Tooth Doctor, what's going on? Gets it through, right on.
I'm actually going to pop in a headphone here and listen to some of the table talk.
It's important. Sometimes you're like, did he fold? No, he went all in because I couldn't hear it.
I just want to look cool with one headphone in.
That's cool. Now, we look really cool with one headphone in. Welcome to Stones Live.
Boom.
This is where I start relentlessly needling the people who are in charge of our headphone purchasing and tell them I want my Secret Service swag. But, you know, maybe they watch, maybe they don't. We'll see. Is that working?
Yeah.
Good. Do you want to get extra weird and share a headphone? No, just kidding. Stop it. You stop it. Oh, boo. No, don't put it in there. Now just getting weird. Don't make it weird. No, stop. Don't make it weird. Put on your hoodie.
Bowl of spaghetti.
Oh my god. Dude, I told you we will not Lady in the Tramp in here tonight. It's not going to happen.
All right, let's go to the chat. Who's the lady? Who's the tramp?
Oh my dear God. Hashtag don't answer that. Thank you. All right, Harlan here with Jack 10 raises up to 35.
No, I don't object.
Dave-O makes the call, as does JP.
Let him play.
I think ace 8 deuce, couple of spades here. JP does connect. Tight pair.
That might work against you, actually. Every time I look, it doesn't help.
Ghost of M in the chat. What's going on? Ghost of M, I hear, is everywhere.
Oh, everywhere. You can't-
Everywhere.
If you're watching poker and Ghost of M's not there, something's wrong. Call somebody immediately. Call the authorities. JP is going to bet 60 here with his ace.
Turns a nut flush draw.
And nut flush draw with top pair, super monster for JP. Harlan binks a weird gutter ball, and he's going to try to exploit JP here, sensing weakness. Unfortunately, this might possibly get a chance if there wasn't a diamond on the turn, but I think JP's coming along for sure now.
I'm in the game.
Oh my god, how do you do that? Is this magic? Is this real life? Brick City here. Now let's see if Harlan actually tries to exploit that.
It's actually a really good card for JP because now kickers don't play.
Exactly.
If Harlan did have a ace jack, ace 10, some weird ace combination.
Then it's like chop. He's like JP, whatever. So that's unfortunate for Harlan here because JP is most likely going to call for the chop.
Yeah.
And it's good. And look, even you're at the table and you already know this. Clearly.
I'm studying it down.
375.
Harlan just announced that he has a full house. I love it. I love it.
That's what you say, full house. You're like, please, Mark, please.
But he
Mark,
said
please,
if I had different cards.
Oh my god. Full house if I totally had different cards.
So just so you guys know, I am sitting at the table right now. This was kind of fun. We were just having fun with it. But at Stones, you are not allowed to actually play another player's chips.
Very true.
I was told this after the fact.
Hey, that's funny, but you're really representing our brand very good. Go to Stones.
I got the sweatshirt already. I'm good.
Go to Stones. You can play a different player every hand in the same stack.
Just my horse. Oh, my horse.
Davo here under the gun. That's what I mean, Davo under the gun, 8-4 suited. Hell yeah, man, why not? About the only hand Harlan could afford there, 8 deuce. Pretty weak limp pot here. It's probably one of the few limp pots we're going to see here at this table. King, 10, 6, couple hearts.
My own money, I'm way better.
Wow. Brick City for like the world. Ace high still in lead. You can see
Like a million.
Collins' mystery cards get unveiled there. And it's funny, you can see there, he's actually trying to put his. Collins' cards look like they should be on the sensor, but they're not. He spreads them out for the sensor, but they're just not on that little diamond pad.
Rookie.
Classic. Last time on Stones Live, dude.
I get staked for the first one, I bust, and then I put my own money in for the second and final table, and I'm like, sorry, I busted on the first one.
Young SP82 says, I was playing at Bellagio one time and they let Real Kid Poker, aka Daniel Negreanu, play another player's chips. Laugh Out Loud was like 6 in the morning or something. Pretty awesome. Yeah, why not?
So that is a Vegas rule. We do allow that at Aria as well. So if no one at the table objects and someone wanted to play someone else's chips, not actually play over, we allow playovers, which you do here at Stones. We will allow a player to play another player's chips if there's no objection. Granted, we generally do that in the bigger games because those players are more used to that.
Of course, yeah.
You don't want to run a tourist off or run someone that's a little less, more of a novice to the game. You don't want to run them off.
Somebody who's new to poker, they're like, I didn't like that because they were letting other people play each other. Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
But those bigger games, come on, those guys all know each other. You're playing
Sure.
with the same mix of players on the regular,
Like if I sit at a table, people love to play with me, but if I say, hey, do you mind if Mrs. Poker Boss plays for me? Yeah, they're all they might put money in for her to play against them.
That's legit. Hey, did you guys check it out? There actually is the Poker Boss command in here. Those who chase for straights and flushes come on planes and go home on buses.
Apparently I made up that quote.
Cheers. Solid. 7-10-5 here. Dave, wow, look at this. So Harlan here with a straight draw. Dave Pink's a 7 with the same straight draw. And Dave's just out there in Whiff City by himself hanging
Harlan's
out.
got a single gutter. And hits right on the turn.
Wow.
No waiting.
Look at this. Wow. Wow. Just wow. Let's see here. What does that mean, play another player's chips? Yeah, absolutely. That means we'll just like call a pinch hit, right? You just hop in his seat and play his chips. That's it. In the story. So Dave here is going to ship it with his pair and open-ended.
10 more to call? 10 more, I don't know.
So I'm actually at the table right now, so I know the graphic is wrong a little bit. Harlan bet 150, and Dave is actually on for $10 more. Harlan slow rolls him right now and says, "Should I call for $10
Oh my
more?"
God!
And Dave was nice enough to say, "Well, we have chop outs."
That's where
Take
I
my-
wish. That's where I wish Dave hadn't tabled his hand and he like the river pairs the board and
And he
Dave's just
says
like
full
full house. Boom. Just got a boom.
And you'll see here, a little spoiler alert. You'll see here I make a comment and the table erupts because I said I'm going to call Harlan a douche that slow rolled. Dave is so nice.
Here it goes.
Don't worry, I'm going to say
Here it is.
slow roll the shit out of him, and I'll make it look
There it is.
Here it is. I'm just looking for Derek's slap right here. I was like, here it comes. Here it comes. Here it is.
this douchebag in the one.
Guys, once again, you are watching Stones Live. This is 5-5, no limit. We're going to call it limitless poker, if you will. Click that heart and follow us. Make it green. Make it happy if you haven't yet. I don't know what you're waiting for. We do all sorts of fun stuff. Cash games every Monday and Wednesday. Definitely tune in. Be part of the fun. And now this is our floor man, JFK Stones. Be like, bro, you got to get out of that seat. You're cut off.
we need you to go in the booth.
We're going live in like 38 seconds. You need to get over there.
And then I sprinted over here.
Classic. So Shane G here, we actually have, we've seen like a surprising minimal amount of action from Shane so far. He is going to come in and raise it to 25 with 5-7. There's the Shane we know and love. Let's see where it goes from here. Colin with Mystery Hand again is going to call.
And I love it. He has everybody dominated right now.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Derek picks up Jack 10, and
Derek has no idea how far ahead he is right now in this hand.
if he did, he would have made it 105.
Look at that, 6-8-3 here, 5-7, and this has got to feel great when you're Shane, you're the pre-flop aggressor, and you flop open-ended. Harlan does bink a pair, and we still can't see Colin's hand. Derek with a couple overs. Wow, it gets checked around, 7 on the turn. Not the card Shane wanted to see, but he does link up with the 7, which gives him the best hand that we can see.
So this is actually pretty interesting, given what Shane did earlier with his open-ended. When he stuffed it, he flops a pretty good open-ended here and decides to check it. It's an interesting play because in this spot he wasn't up against aggressor, he was just up against someone that, you know, checked to him.
If there's one thing I've learned about Harlan, don't ever think you know what Harlan's going to do, because Harlan does what Harlan wants. And it's funny because the exact like GTO line you would think that a player would take, Harlan does the exact opposite, but still finds a way to make it profitable. And like he's like, no, this is the way Harlan's gonna play it. And you know why? Because Harlan understands the image that he has, and Harlan is so good at exploiting his own image, which is all you really want at a poker table, whatever your image is.
I will give everybody a tip. If you want to beat Harlan, it's very tough to do. It is very tough to beat Harlan, but I will tell you, if you play 5-5 or above with Harlan, you're gonna lose. Just play 1-3 with him. Table stakes, it doesn't matter. He plays completely different.
Does he really?
Oh, it's so juicy.
It's Harlan versus Harlan 2.0?
Yes.
Whatever, one or the other. Yeah.
And now he's gonna watch us say challenge accepted. He's gonna play me a 1-3 for rolls.
And then just roll you, dude. Here it comes. I feel like he's just like, I am mega Harlan. I am ready to crush. I put on the Stones hoodie, dude. Rep that swag, dude.
Oh man,
Are you okay with that?
it's a little warm in here. Got all these lights. Being next to my good friend Justin.
My good friend Sean. Did you hear that? JFK Stones? Shake it. My good friend Sean.
It's legit now.
Needle. Done. That's it. I just wanted one solid needle for the night. We're good. All right, Harlan here, ace-9 suited. It's going to raise it to 40. Shane with a big hand, ace-queen, is going to 3-bet to 110.
Oh my god. This is like a, oh my god.
It's super
It
nice.
even has the paper still in it.
Oh,
my
god, it's so fresh. Oh, it's got that new coat smell. It's so good.
This is a long time coming, guys.
This is beautiful. It's poetic. Is there technical behind it? I heard that.
A raise and a raise. Poker is a visual game, sir.
Hollywood with 8-6. He's gonna let it go. Wow, the one time he doesn't like tilt
It's calling up. Oh, this feels so good.
the shocker. 6-6 jack. Nothing for nobody. Ace queen high still in the lead. Both players check to the turn. 4. Still nothing. I would expect to see a bet here from one player at least. No, oh, check.
I do know right now that the stack sizes are incorrect because Harlan has well more than 705.
Yeah, Harlan's sitting on about 2,300, give or take, close to it, 22 and some change. And so Harlan's stack size is definitely incorrect right now. Hello to Sarah in the box.
Yes, you guys are almost rid of me.
Does Harlan play every single show? If he plays Wednesday, I'd be very surprised.
I mean, it's like saying, I can't say yes because he hasn't played 100%, but he's damn well played like 96, 95, 96%. I mean, are we there? Does that count?
Like, you need runner to beat him at this point.
And it's a real big problem because Harlan's generally the guy runner-runnering you. Yeah. So if you actually go...
I've been on the losing end of that.
Don't ever try to reverse Harlan a Harlan, because that's not... that's the, like, the time...
Yeah, you can't Harlan.
It's weird.
Just, yeah.
You break the internet and, like, just mass chaos, mass hysteria, dogs and cats living together. It's not pretty.
My favorite, Derek, picking up ace-jack of spades.
And he's going to re-raise up to $1.25. I hate college. I couldn't have said it better myself. I could flop a royal flush versus Harlan and still sweat the run out. I love it.
Strong.
Somehow it's a chop. I don't know what happened. All right, so Harlan makes a call here. It's a couple suited connectors, as does Day. Should be a fun board here. Give me like ace 5-6.
Oh, you like maximum pain. I love it. Derek flopping the nut flush draw.
It feels good to be the aggressor and actually flop a monster. A couple of overs in the nut flush draw for Derek. Really no payment value out of either other hand to get him.
POR, please. Table 11. Service, please. Table 11.
Pots at 4 1/4, and it's a solid $400 bet by Eric. And I like this bet for a variety of reasons. Well, I mean, I guess you could bet less to maybe try and loop in another flush draw had it been out there.
No, I'm a fan of the bet.
Yeah,
I'm a fan of the bet.
I like it. I like it. I super like it because here's the deal. I love betting your monster draws because even if you get a caller, you can still bink it and crush them. Otherwise, you just win the pot. It's
And
like,
even if you get a raise,
yeah.
you're probably going to stuff it with two
That's
overs
what
and
I mean.
a flush
I'm
draw.
great about it. Like, I'm cool with it either way.
There's not many hands you're really afraid of there with ace jack of spades. Maybe a set, obviously some goofy hidden two pair or something like that.
You should never have a set. Harlan, you should have something like 5-6 suited. Oh, you did. Nailed it. 2-piece and a biscuit. Ghostbuster quotes, yes. That's how we do it here. I mean, this is Stone's Live and movie quotes. This is how we, are we not in the trust tree, the nest?
We've been doing pinball, excuse me,
Pool Hall Junkies.
Pool Hall Junkies
Lots
quotes all day.
For those of you guys in the chat who are Pool Hall Junkies fans, just go in there, throw a little heart or something in the chat, let us know. Absolutely great movie. If you haven't seen it, it's basically rounders with pool, and you're gonna love it. If you don't love it, we can't be friends. Speaking of love it, how about lots of diamonds?
I love this flop.
And top for Day, nut flush draw for Harlan. Game on. Whee! Yeah, buddy. Day fires out 40. Harlan checks. Day fires 40. And let's see if Harlan wants to get a little. Oh, Harlan's reaching for green aggro. It's lots of quarters. Going up. $1.25. Now Harlan and Day have played a lot together.
A lot.
These guys know each other's play. It's not a big fun. Now look at this, so sick, because of course Harlan picks up more outs. Why not? We'll draw for Harlan now. Also a deuce would make Harlan's hand as well. 8 outs up there, you guys can see that we calculate true outs. The great outs are actually cards that were full with pre-flops. You can see he's actually thinks he's rolling 12 outs right now, but he's actually got 4 outs of those removed from cards that were in play pre-flop. Rounders with pool, guys. It is Pool Hall Junkies. All I ask, I'm going to put that there in the chat. All I ask is that after you watch that movie, you tweet at FatTrain and at the Poker Boss, and you let us know how much you loved it. Because if you don't love it, we definitely can't be friends. But if you love it a lot, though, all I'm going to say is Rounders with Pool and Christopher Walken. Enough said. End of story. So it is a brick on the river for Harlan. Day with the check mark. Pot's escalating quickly around 765. Let's see what Harlan wants to do here. Harlan knows I got to bet it to win it.
And Harlan's in a rough position here, out of position.
And it's like, is he really still trying to rep the 3? He did check raise on the flop, which could be part of that 3 rep, but it's rough. I don't know. I don't think he can sell this bluff. It is a double check here. Day's playing it safe. Way the best.
And I actually love Day's check here, especially against a player like Harlan. A lot of people are like, why wouldn't you bet such a strong hand?
Against
you
a
have
player like Harlan.
so much showdown value here. You're not making any money here, and you're only getting up-clicked by someone who has a better hand. There's never a reason to bet that hand. There are some players that say you should bet for value there, but really, what could Harlan have on that texture of a board that you're getting paid off? He's never calling with King Jack.
New dealer coming in, also a friend of Pool Hall Junkies, ironically enough. Also hung out with Mars Callahan. I actually briefly chatted with him outside.
I am friends with Mars on Facebook.
That's what I mean.
Sick brag, bro.
All I'm saying, Pool Hall Junkies, whatever. You guys watch, we'll talk about it next time. But new dealer change, which means bomb pot.
Let's do this.
So I believe we're doing $25 bomb pots, guys. $25 per player. And what that means is all players see a flop, and then we proceed from there. So 9 times 25, 2 1/4 in the pot already. And this is where we talk about rangeless beasts. Any 2 cards are good here, and it's always, if history teaches us anything, our bomb pots are shit shows, and we love them.
I have yet to win a bomb pot at Stones, but you know, I digress.
Yeah. All right, so checking around here, Jack 9 deuce. Let's see, biggest. Wow. Are we kidding? So King Jack here is in the lead.
We got to get in the dealer's ear and let them know that Colin needs to move his cards over because he's not on the diamond. He's not on the diamond there.
Knight calling out for that wash was sick. Speaking of which, by the way, Brandon there in the dealer box is an absolute beast. He is straight out of the movie when he's like, you want to play for something small, 1,000 a game? He's the guy like
challenge accepted.
You don't want to play.
Challenge accepted.
Okay, great.
Not me. I have horses. I have horses.
I want to watch. I just want to watch. Okay, cool. All right, so cruising around here.
Looks like JP's in a huge lead here.
Way big lead, and he's got the button, which is great, but you're always so scared in a bomb pot. And this is the thing, if somebody could ship all in and you got to put them on deuce 9 and fold, it's like sad.
This will be interesting because Harlan also flops top pair, and we know how Harlan feels about bomb pots in top pair.
Yeah.
He's like a pit bull. It's hard to get him off of it, so this will be interesting.
Hollywood's like, do I even continue? He's honestly calculating value here. He's like, I mean, it's 70 to call.
I love
the good old tip fold. God, Hollywood, you're the best. All right, 10 binks off. Now this is sick. Stone cold nuts for Dave. That is like the primo money card. Doesn't complete the flush, just makes his hand mint it. And actually, JP doesn't hate it either because it also gives him a straight draw now with this pair.
And it also gives
And
Harlan.
It's so sick. How do you put that card out there? Stone's live, guys. Welcome. That's it. I mean, what else
People
can I
always
say?
ask me, why do you always go to Sacramento so much? Here it is.
Why are you at the Aria streaming Stones live from your desk? Just let it happen. It's good. Fun things, man. Poker life.
Wow, here we go. 300 and a snap call by JP. I mean,
Wow.
as snap as it can be, I think.
And it's sick. And we all know Harlan's history with bomb pots, guys. Punch in the command, exclamation point
Here we
Harlan.
go.
You'll see. Oh my God. This is so, I don't even know what I want to see on the river.
You don't want to see a 7.
Now this ought to be funny because this pairs the board and completes the flush draw, which changes nothing for these 3 players.
But they don't know that.
They don't know that at all. Like now 2 possible awkward hands got there. This ought to be fun. Check, and if you're JP, you check in for showdown value.
You have showdown value.
you have
You
to.
can't. He does have the king of spades though, so he does have, he could rep some huge hand. And if he shipped here, honestly, he would take down the pot. But
And it's really weird because he does check. He does check.
Great river card.
It's weird if you're JP there. You almost think about it for a second. You're like,
Could have been a worse.
would anybody who completed their flush or trip 10s or boat check to me here in position? I don't know.
It was a pretty good turn, huh?
I'd be the guy who actually had to balance with that greed devil on my shoulder. Like, do I go for thin value?
I love it because in the ear right now, I can hear who's the gentleman that just won the pot. Is that Dave? That's Dave.
Yeah.
He says it was a pretty good turn card for me as he's raking in the pot. That's always great when you win the pot and you could smile and say it was a pretty good turn card for me.
That wasn't as I did see Tooth Doctor saying here what we're talking about. Actually got my game to play bomb pots for the first time ever last night. It was a 1-2. We had 3 $10 bomb pots. Ended up being $850, $1,200, and $700 pots. So sick, guys. That's why bomb pots are great. Bomb pots are great. In fact, I know a lot of players who like to start the game with the bomb pot.
Rebuy, table 1.
Rebuy. Drinks, booth 0.
So the good thing is, since he is an employee of Stones, he's not allowed to drink, but he is allowed to drive me back to my hotel tonight, and I will need a driver.
That's what Uber's for. Thanks, Sean.
Driving Mr. Poker Boss.
Wow. You know what? I might even give you a lift if you just said driving Miss Daisy and put yourself in that position. I'm in.
You realize that now someone on the internet, that's what we call it, us old people, it's the internet,
The interwebs.
is going to actually make a driving Miss Daisy where I'm Miss Daisy in the back and you are, who played that role? Let's see. Morgan Freeman.
Was it Morgan Freeman?
Morgan Freeman. Well
All right,
done,
guys.
sir.
Welcome to Photoshop. I don't think it's politically correct if I go full blackface. That's all I'm saying.
Wow, Harlan flops a monster. And this is when I get tilted in poker. I just lost a huge bomb pot, or any pot, and I flop the world and get
and I can bet
nothing.
$5 and everybody
And that's
folds.
just poker.
Yeah.
It's
the worst.
We've all won with aces. We've all lost with them. We've all won with deuce 7. It happens.
That's why, even when I river somebody, but it's still out a lot of outs, and it's not even that nasty of a 2-outer river. I'm sorry, but I don't feel that bad because people do it to me
All
the
the time.
every day. Yeah, I did think my pocket pair was good, and you had an overpair and I hit a set. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry.
You guys got a shout out here from Rana Bottlewall. I hope I said that correctly.
Close enough.
It said Stone's best her room in Cali. I'm assuming that means best poker room.
Absolutely.
I said it on the stream yesterday. I agree.
I'm
My
not gonna lie
new
to you,
favorite California poker.
I'm a huge fan, and and it sounds so like paid for and advertised. Oh, you work there. You have to say it. Guys, no, I don't. I don't have to say that. I just wouldn't say it if I didn't believe it. It's true.
Oh, here we go. Let's look at this. So Hollywood flopping
God.
top set, Dave flopping a flush draw, and
Shane's open-ended, and he's got
to the
one
nut
upper.
straight.
Yeah, if a king pop, oh my God, king of spades. Anybody? Bueller? Are we ready for the train wreck? You guys want king of spades for the train
Wee
wreck?
poker.
Super in. Shane's avatar is smiling like he already banked it too. So Shane bets 55. Dave makes the call. Now if you're Hollywood, I mean, we've all been in this seat, guys. You flop top set, but the board's super coordinated, very scary. Queen 10-9, couple of spades. You got a flush draw, basically a damn near 4-card straight draw out there when it banks on the turn. So I mean,
I know what I do in this game with his stack.
You have to go raise.
I'm all in.
Yeah, no, raise.
I am
all in.
literally all in for 585 here. And people will tell me I'm crazy, but with
Absolutely
this stack
not.
size in this game, I'm ready. Because the worst thing is I bust, and guess what? If I bust the Shane, I'm buying in for 3,200.
Yeah, exactly. But the thing is, at the end of the day, like I agree with you. I ship it because I'm going to get value from any big, especially if they have a flush draw, straight draw. You know you're going to get value.
I mean, I like the raise. The raise is
Short
good.
of a queen 9 or 10, there's no card you want to see on the turn other than like a red deuce.
Here it is, guys. This is why you watch Stones, and Stones promises to always be free on Twitch, which is great. This is why you watch it. Shane insta calls.
Like no
Shane
hesitation.
does not have
Zero.
a hand like a set of 9s, a set of 10s. He did not flop king
He has
jack.
the least equity out of all three
The
players. in
least
spot.
equity, but he snap calls. There's zero chance he ever has a hand that's a nut hand better than top set. It's just never gonna happen.
And this actually, we'll see how Day handles this because that snap call behind, Day's like, crap, I hope nobody else has a flush draw. And he thinks his flush draw is good, and it is. Oh, God.
Great
Okay.
card for Hollywood.
And even for Day, too, because now he has a pair with his flush draw. And so Day's thinking like, all right, well, now maybe I can even make a 6 and it might be good, too. Or a 3, obviously.
Yeah, 3 hearts on the road would be an ugly card.
Oh, God. Just so much sickness. Check over to Hollywood here, in position. And if you're Hollywood here, I don't know how you don't shove it, and I think that's exactly what he's going for here. He's just adding up his chips to see exactly where he's at. He should have just over 400 here. I'm thinking, oh no, bust the red? No, he'll bust that. Let's see. He'll be at 5 and some change, just like the stack says here. Here it comes. Yeah, that's about the best turn you can hope for if you're Hollywood, and you're shipping it.
I love it.
Now, that's definitely not going to be an insta call from Shane here. That shows a lot of strength. Once again, take a look at Shane's stack there, guys. The whites are hundreds, greens are quarters, reds are 5s. So Shane has a healthy size stack here, but he knows that even if he does hit it, he probably knows with 3-way action that it can't even be a spade, which really limits his outs here. He's going to let it go. And Day, I would imagine, would let this go as well.
I think Day will let it go, but he's definitely going to think about it again with the 3 on the
It's because
turn.
of the pair, right?
Yeah.
I mean, God, if he only knew. Now, even if Hollywood shows 1 pair, Day could consider it. But it's so sick because Hollywood's got him so dominated to a flush. Hollywood is good.
I'm happy for Hollywood.
Absolutely.
I'm happy for Hollywood.
Look, Stone's live shot. Look, it's just wrapped. He's even. Do you see him harnessing?
Oh
this
my
Stone's
God!
live?
Do you remember the clip? I'm gonna go old school here. Do you remember the Chow Zhang clip where he's like, "I love poker,"
I
and
do.
he's like rubbing his?
Yeah.
Hollywood just pulled out the old
Hollywood's
school.
like, oh, you mean
I
all of this?
love
This is why I love poker. Done.
I'm gonna put another little fun quote in the chat. That one is not mine.
Poker's fun for everyone except my opponents. They should have practiced. Ouch.
Lard Freeman. That's yeah. He,
And the flop draw,
legend.
you're way behind.
I have my flush.
So guys, I do have these 2 promo items here.
Holding there, like
And Hollywood can chime in and correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's why they are labeled as such.
630 for you to see
We have a Stones hoodie if one of these guys hits deuces full of 7s. And then I believe we have another one of those Purple Stones live shirts like Hollywood just demoed. We have to hit deuces full of sixes. I believe these are maybe some lucky hands here.
And if nobody wins, I'm taking them back to Las Vegas.
Absolutely. That sounds right. That's standard. That wasn't written into the small print. Kings for Derek. Now, since he's part of the SAG/Vegas team, maybe he's the only guy who could get Kings to hold. That's a great window card. Bit of a fun coordinated board, but little as you know, Harlan's got none of it, so Kings should be good here. If I was just like grinding all the time, could you just like tap me on the shoulder when I'm 99% equity to win? If I'm 99% equity, could you guys just let me know so I don't fold ever? Thank you. I feel like you have Kings, and the pot was so lackluster, but like I'd rather just win a lackluster pot than have a big pot that gets pushed away from me.
That might have been a visual tell too by Derek, and I want to see it again in the future. I love watching visual tells and stuff like that, and I wish I remembered them, and then I'd be a better poker player. But I'm not.
Streaming is great for.
Streaming is great for that. Free information, guys. This is free learning tools like this. Like Derek literally c-bet his hand in a spot where Derek obviously c-bets almost all of his pre-flop raises, and he took his hand and he almost looked frustrated with middle set there, and was like, the way he's doing his cards. Had he got action and Harlan then folded afterwards on a previous seat, he probably would have just slid it in.
Yeah, and it's funny because you talk about these tells, and this is why I love having our live viewers and being really engaging and interactive with the chat. We've had a lot of our viewers spot similar tells. Oh, when so-and-so's weak, he does this, or when so-and-so's strong, they do this. And then we all watch for that, and we realize, like, he's totally right. Totally right. Like watch. Every time he flops quads, and he's just doing the same, like, hand motion every time,
So you can totally tell right now that I'm a guy that watches stones a lot. Because Watt Bry just got in the chat, and the first thing I went to do was type @WattBry and say hello. But why not just talk to him?
No, he's already there.
In the booth.
I thought you were just about to spew submarines across him. Like, it's yellow submarines. It's Watt Bry all day.
Is there like a command for the submarines? How does that work?
I don't know. It might be.
Did he buy his own submarine?
Submarine Bitmoji. I don't know. It's above my pay grade.
I love it.
Have to ask Watt Bry. There's some Halloween ones. We'll do a little double here. Once again, guys, thanks for tuning in to Stones Live. I'm sure most of you already have. If you haven't, I don't know what you're waiting for. Maybe your mouse finger's broken. But click that heart up there. Follow us. We're here having fun with you. If you don't have an account, definitely create a Twitch account. It's free. Chime in the chat. Say hi. We like hanging out, having a good time with you guys. And I really love, overall, our chat is really great. They're constructive in the chat where they actually start arguing over hands. Like, I think he misplayed it. Oh my God, he played it perfect. I love to read that banter. I love to be like, yes, I totally agree with you. Like,
oh, Rick and Barstow bringing up all the submarines. I like it.
Yeah,
I like it. I feel like the gauntlet's been thrown.
Is Harlan popping it up? Everybody's got a 10. 10s are cheap here, guys. Harlan raises to 30 with ace 10.
See a 10 high flop.
I know, God, close enough. Throw a 9 out there. Dear God, for everything, for the love. Throw a 9. Oh, where's my 9? All right, diving on the turn actually gives Day a monster flush redraw here. And Whiff City.
Harlan's gonna hold if he doesn't let his hand go.
Oh no, Derek wants the $95 for sure.
Oh, I love it.
Tell me this gets through. It's so value-y too. The pot was at like 100. Derek bets 30. He's like, I'm totally good here. My 4, I rivered 5-6. Like, just don't worry about it. It's good. You don't want this pot. This isn't the pot for you.
And I'll tell you, honestly, if Harlan makes this call, he is calling for the information for $30.
He's not calling
because he thinks he's good.
And it gets through.
And I'm okay with it.
Now, hey, look at his fold.
Look at the fold.
Is that fold different? It was different, right? Okay.
Right. No frustration. Guys, I'm going to step out of the booth for 1 second.
Handle biz. So you guys see stack size is already increasing like we talked about. Derek here, our big dog at 3.3K, followed by our next big dog in charge there at 3.1, which is Dave C. These stacks are only going to get healthier. I'm thinking there's, let's see, about 10K, a little over 10K on the table. I'm thinking it's going to be about double that, about 20K by the time the stream goes off the air around 10.
Yes, sir. You're gaining an advantage. You're watching us play.
I don't know. I don't think we have a mandatory straddle. MFAM 1215. I don't think there's a mandatory straddle at all going on, but these guys definitely straddle when they feel like it.
Number 9 bluffing.
But do we really need a straddle with Harlan raising 50 here with 8-7 suited, like +1? I mean, do we need a straddle? And then Shane 3-betting it with 10-5 with $1.25. I don't think we need a straddle. I really don't. Dave's gonna let it go. Derek's out of there. Hollywood's gone. So is JP. All right, Battle of the Beast. It's like rangeless monster versus rangeless monster. Look at Shane eyeing down Harlan. And Harlan repping hard here. Ow. I love this pot. Wow, Sean, you left the booth at the wrong time. 4-bet by Harlan now. Click back to 275 and an instant call by Shane. Whee! Welcome to Stones Live, guys. Ace 4-6 here, all diamonds, neither player with a diamond. Harlan with the gut shot, Shane in just Brickville. So we got almost 600 bucks in there. 2 players, complete air. Harlan first to act. And he's gonna check, and Shane's gonna fire, looks like 3 and some change, 330, 340? 340 it is. And God, if only you could read minds. But Harlan, wow, is he putting on his mind reading right here? Is this gonna happen? No. If Harlan clicked back and shipped here, I'd quit poker. I just don't know what I'm doing at this point. And he lets it go. Wow. Honestly, I gotta give it up to Harlan. His read was spot on. The click back pre-flop was perfect. It was super great. It was great. God. Get me on this level. Wow, these guys are beast mode. Absolutely great. Woprai nailing it with the emojis in the chat. Just all grizzly bears. Roar. Hear me roar right there. It's so funny. Because now Shane wakes up with Ace Jack. Of course he's going to start raising again. Sean did abandon me. He said he had to go text the wifey, and apparently I was shoplifting. 30. Just keep bringing him drinks till he falls over. Thank you, Alexis. Appreciate it. All right, raise 30 here by Shane with the Ace Jack after he just took down the monster pot with super bluff nothing. Dave's gonna make the call here with King Queen. Colin with the mystery hand as usual. And Derek with Kings. Derek with Kings on the button. God, was it Kings like the 3rd time now for Derek? He's going up. He's grabbing for green. And he's gonna pop it up solid at 2
Service on 11.
Hollywood and JP both get out of the way, as does Harlan. Back over to Shane, who also gets out of the way. And this is what I love about poker. You have Shane cold calling a 4-bet with 10 high and then bluffing and taking down the pot. Meanwhile, he's mucking Ace Jack to somebody's pre-flop raise. Like, that's poker. That's beautiful. Back over to Dave here. It's 195 for him, 195 more for him to call. Yeah, MFAM, standard to open 6x and a 5-5. Here at Stones Live, standard to open is whatever the hell you're feeling like, man. Stones Live, I can't give you any reference to.
Service on 11.
Oh my God.
I can't show this on the stream.
You talking about a naked person walking into where, Bellagio?
No, don't say names.
Oh, it doesn't matter. I'm not looking at anything. I'm just saying in general, if I was looking at something, I'd like to unsee that. Good God.
Good God.
Oh my God. So the second you walked out of the booth, dude, you got Harlan with like 7-8 suited raising. Then you have Shane re-raising. Then you have Harlan clicking back. Then you have Shane re-clicking back or recalling, or it's a 4-bet basically to Shane with 10-5 suited cold. Both of them completely whiffed the flop. $600. Shane just bets, Harlan folds. I'm like, this is what I'm talking about. 4-betting pre, and the hands are like suited connectors and 10 high.
Can you guys guess where I will be when the stream is done?
Yeah. Wow. Crazy. Guys, this is real, by the way. If you haven't downloaded the Stones Gambling Hall app, download it. It's free, regardless of Android, Apple, doesn't matter. And you can see all the games we have running. You can see the wait list. You can add yourself to the wait list. Just do it. Get it. I mean, I always add myself to the wait list on the way here. Loading Stones Live app now.
There it is.
Straight up.
There it is.
Sneep, what's going on? My skill is luck. I love your style here. We started at 7 p.m. We're going to be going live for a 3-hour chunk until 10 p.m. out here West Coast time. Day raises to 35. Looks like Davo and Derek come along on to Hollywood. See how he wants to exercise his button. He's going to call as well, as is JP.
Sneep, I'm going to give you the best advice I could ever give you. You see that little heart at the top? Click the heart. Mondays and Wednesdays, 7 p.m. Never fails. You guys have never missed the broadcast, and they also do some special events too. Check out Stones Live on Twitch. It's worth every penny.
And guys,
by that penny, it's zero.
Like, it's worth even less than a penny. Wait, is that a compliment? I'm confused. But seriously, click the notifications. That way you'll get the notifications when we go live for final tables of tournaments like we did last night.
We did. We did the Senior Western Poker Series.
Yep.
I think I said that correctly.
Solid. And he won a cruise, and he got trophies, and I saw the picture. It was rad.
It was awesome.
So Monster Diamonds here for JP. Looks like he gets checked through on the flop.
Nobody else seems to have any. Day is open-ended right now. Day flopped an open-ender. So we could have seen some real magic on the flop.
It ended up being a whole lot of nothing.
Derek actually with the best hand right now with 2 4s. He obviously doesn't know that. It's a real draw-heavy board and a lot of overs.
And Hollywood actually turns a backdoor club draw. Shosteimer, what's going on? How do you select players for live when it's cash? Is it open seating reserved for frequent players? I will actually go ahead and put, I'll have Stones Live actually pump the command in there for you. You can basically call, text, email, and just let us know what game you're interested in that's coming up, or just let us know what game you're interested in, period, and we'll make sure to hit you up if we have a seat open. Otherwise, you just hit it, there it is here. Oh, it's coming in. Anyways, you just hit us up, and basically we'll get you in the game. Especially if you're traveling or you're not local, we'll make it a point to get you in the game there. So you can see there, it's the 702 area code there. You can call or text JFK Stones. He expects weird, awkward pictures at around 3 a.m., so feel free to shoot those to him as well.
702, that's an interesting area code. Where is that?
That is weird. I can't put my finger on it. Do you live there? But that's none of my business. Insert Kermit meme here. Alright, so Battle of the Flush Draws here. Check this out. Hollywood really tanking over here. He's got his little BB Star Wars action figure there. I know we had somebody ask about the chips there. The $1 chips are pretty much used for tipping in games like this. And tipping or wait staff or any of that stuff. Everything else is live. Red is $5. Greens are 25s. Whites are hundreds. Sickbo Pro, what's going on? So, looking at those ship stacks, I already talked earlier, we were right around the 10K mark, a little over. We're already approaching 15K. It's going to be at least 20K by the end of the stream. And the funny thing is, I have people ask me all the time, well, I mean, did you guys just stop playing when the cameras turn off? No. No, not at all. No. In fact, generally speaking, the game heats up because we do have some other players who aren't comfortable playing on camera, and those are the first guys, those are the top guys on this list. So after these guys have been grinding for 4 hours and they cash out, all these other big hitters come in, and it's just, trust me, this game goes all night.
You know who I know might show up for this game when the stream goes off, only because he can't get a seat right now, is Jake. Jake, he's refreshed off his entry into the senior poker tournament there. So.
Oh man, the senior needle is so strong, so strong. Don't answer that. Don't answer that. Don't answer that. Don't answer that. Poker, boss, next of kin. Don't worry about it. Just let it happen. I'm actually the secret government agency behind the scenes that really pulls all the strings.
Stay cool.
Hey, think carefully about what you're going to say right now. Guys, if I could give you a bit of life advice, and I'm just going to base that just based on today's experiences with Sean, if you ever want to play like the arcade game Marvel vs. Capcom for money, don't play against him. I'm just going to tell you that right now. Just don't. I watched him crush he took like 7 kids' lunch money at the bar earlier. It wasn't pretty for them. It wasn't pretty for them. I was enjoying it.
He was talking ish.
I had popcorn.
He was talking.
I was smiling and laughing. Put that out there.
I mean, he challenged me for like Pokemon Go points, Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Like, I didn't even know you could be 7 and know about Pogs. He was challenging me for everything.
Pogs. He's like, I'll bet you my 3 top slammers. All right, speaking of, wow, dude, Hollywood, Pocket Kings. I was like, speaking of top slammers, I mean, but I don't know if Kings are good here, so I don't know if I want to give them that credit.
We know what happens to Kings on Stones, so let's.
Well, I mean, it's no action in front. Derek raises to 25. I think limping here would be pretty soft with Kings and Hollywood.
Oh,
he agrees.
Here we
Oh,
go.
wow. So Hollywood,
JP picking up Ace King suited.
So the only player with position on Hollywood's Kings here, JP wakes up with Ace King, and he's going to flat the 75 as well.
I'll actually talk about this one. JP on the button with Ace King suited. I think this is a negative play in the long run. I don't think you can ever fly here with Ace King suited. I think
you think you're mucking or raising?
No, you have to raise, and if he comes over the top, you just let it go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because what does he do here? Is he literally calling 75 for Hollywood to c-bet and fold? You're gonna miss a lot of flops with Ace King.
Service of menus for table 15, please. Service of menus on 15, thank you.
So Derek obviously checks over to Hollywood.
Derek flopped an open-ender though.
And Hollywood does actually have the King of Hearts, which is a money. I mean, I guess, you know, money in this flop, obviously, as well as your overs. And he's going to come along. Let's see. He's going to go pot to 235. He's looking to bet bink about pot here. It looks like he's stacking up just about 200, I'm thinking. Well, his chip organization's freaking me out, but let's call it 150.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's about 165. I could be wrong. Might be 155. There it is, 155.
JP's thinking, why didn't I 3-bet pre?
Why didn't I 3-bet?
Why didn't I 3-bet pre?
And given the pot size here, I think Derek's coming along for at least one more bet.
Board pair here changes nothing. God, if Derek, it would have been so polarizing and sneaky if Derek would have banked some sort of 3 or 8 there. And you can see the way Derek's really staring down Hollywood's betting here.
And Derek, by the way, has played with Hollywood a lot, so he knows. Hollywood's one of those guys, he's pretty close to the vest. He's not really making a lot of moves. I've seen him make a couple moves, but it's pretty few and far between.
And he's gonna let it go. Kings are good. Wow, it's a rare night here on Stones Live. The Kings are gonna be good. Like,
hey,
Kings are good.
How the Kings win?
Okay, so let's see here. So Sigfo Pro chimes in and says Ace King suited is a way too strong to ever fold to a 3-bet. While the majority of the time I absolutely agree with you, I believe there are certain instances, mostly tournament-based, where I think against certain specific players, where I think that it actually makes sense. It sounds crazy, but it's true. I've seen scenarios like that where it does. Against an uber rock player who never really is the aggressor in a pot, who decides to 3-bet, you could almost justify it. I'm not saying I love it. Just saying, you know, shit happens. It's real life.
Dave-O picking up pocket jacks. Gives a little cough and says, you know what? Let's stick it upstairs a little bit.
Yeah, let's jam it up.
No one will notice that.
35, raise to 35. Raise to 125.
Harlan 3-bets to $1.25 against Dave's jacks. Dave does flat call here. It's going to be like a queen high board, I know it. Oh, a great flop for Dave here. All unders, 8-6-3. Couple of clubs. So Dave bets 200. Harlan with, oh my God, Harlan with a snap call. And the king of clubs binks on the turn. It's sick for so many reasons. Oh, this is sick. This is probably going to be a quick call by Harlan. Harlan insta-calls. Harlan couldn't even beat him to the pot fast enough. Oh, God. Wow. And it's sick because the king clubs, let's slow this back down to the turn. King clubs, it's such a great card for Harlan to even exploit because he can always exploit clubs. So when he checks and Dave shifts, Harlan actually has to have something representable there. And when he snap calls, Dave's bet, Dave knows that it's pretty much all over for him at that point.
Yeah, that was a rough one for Dave. I'm a fan of Dave.
Harlan all day.
Rebuy.
All I can say is that if Harlan ever is the one snap calling you, it's scary. Right there, guys. Is this a quantum coming up? 100K guaranteed. There's like 11 flights to this thing. It's really cool. The buy-ins actually go up as the flights go on. It's a $120 buy-in to start with 10K in chips, depending on which day, starting on Tuesday, November 14th. And then we go from there on the 15th, also 120 as is the 16th. But then once we increase to the 17th and 18th, the buy-in doubles, but so does the starting chips. You go from 10K starting to 20K starting chips. And this looks like a lot of fun. 100K guaranteed.
Okay, so I was telling my other good friend Justin, I would totally be here for this event if I could, but me and Mrs. Poker Boss were on vacation, and I can't cancel that vacation.
Where's your vacation?
I would be in the doghouse.
Where's your vacation?
We're taking a cruise.
I can't.
Yeah, it's already fully paid for. So,
it's already fully paid for. Non-refundable, just saying.
Non-refundable. This tournament is super cool. The idea is super cool because if I was here, I would be in like a majority of the flights.
Yeah.
Because when you qualify for your day 2, you make money
automatically.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So if you qualify for 2 days, and this is the sick part, you qualify for 2 different flights on 2 different flights, you get automatically cashed out and make money. Plus, the second you actually play the next flight, the pay scale already jumps and increases from
it's
there.
Awesome.
It's sweet.
If you have an I-80 by your house, get to Stones. If you don't, do what I do, hop on a plane. It's a short flight. I don't care if you're flying from Madagascar. Short flight, get here to Stones. It'll be worth it.
When it's 100K guaranteed, it's definitely a cheap flight too.
Worth it. And I already know there's some dead money in the field.
Because I told you I'm playing?
No, my other good friend Jake is playing.
Oh, God, the needle is so strong. Can we just have like a needle counter up here? Like how many times you needle Jake, Veronica? Life's rough, you know? I get it. It's funny, my skill is luck says you don't see the crazy bad beats like online poker. It is actually funny because we like to make a joke about what I love about Stones Live is we do see a lot of those crazy sick beats here. And so people are like, online poker's rigged. I'm like, look guys, it happens.
Live poker's rigged too.
It's in real life too, I swear. Veronica and friends, speaking of ultra juicy games, if you guys missed the last one, go back and watch it. It should still be available on Twitch. It's always available on our YouTube channel where we archive everything. Veronica and friends is the juiciest wine. Okay, so we have minimum buy-ins. Veronica and friends, you have minimum wine drinking, right? I mean,
minimum wine-ins.
They list straight up. I mean, they're like, you're not in at least 2 bottles, you can't play in this game.
All right, I'm gonna put it out there right now. You guys know I love coming out here. If I'm invited to the December Veronica and friends game, I'm here.
It's right here. Done deal.
Will she share it with me? Can we make it a Sean McCormack and Veronica and friends?
It's a Sean Ronica? Sean Ronica and friends?
I like
Did that just happen? You guys were part of that. All right, going down. King 7-10 here, couple of hearts. Harlan thinks a pair and a flush draw like a boss. Days open-ended.
This could get interesting.
So Harlan bets a C note. Dave makes the call. Dave-O's like, what am I doing here? Escape. Run. All right, heads up. Harlan versus Dave. 2 of the beasts. Another king feels. Both players hate it. Harlan first to act.
River's an offsuit queen giving Dave the best of it.
How does that even happen?
How does that happen? We were just talking about bad beats. There it is.
God. And it's so sick. Day going for value. How do you go for value when you pick a queen? I love it.
And here's the thing, when Harlan makes this call, because he is 100% of the time, he's going to hate seeing Day's hand.
Oh yeah.
There it is.
How did you
He just
like,
gives him the money.
Did you see the way he threw the chips? He
Yeah.
threw them towards Day. Again, talking about paying for information. That's the right there. That's what we're
100%.
talking about.
And there it is.
Yeah. God. Wow.
The last time I was at Stone's and I actually shipped, I shipped $500 to someone else's stack. I literally was like, call, I guess you're good. It was embarrassing because I had the best of it and that person had to ship my 500 plus their 500 back.
Now, I'm just going to say you are very sweet in not naming names, okay? But I'm just going to add that to the needle mark, right? On the needle, total needles towards that person who may or may not be a fellow commentator, I'm going to chalk up a needle mark.
You can't even do it like this anymore with the needles. It's now at this point.
Are we just marking in fives?
Yeah, we're marking in fives.
Oh, man. My skill is luck. You play poker for a living. Where do you play at? Where's your favorite place to play? What limits do you like to play? Always enjoy having fellow poker beasts in the chat, my friend. All right, so JP back with that usual ace-king frame is going to pop it to 25. A couple players want a piece here. Oh, you're local. You play. Oh, nice. You play Thunder Capital. Good for you. Right on, dude. Very cool. Ace 10-3 here. All spades. No spade that I can even see. JP and Harlan. Oh, I'm sorry. Dave C over there in the corner. He's on the other side of the screen. I apologize. Flop the flush. JP and Harlan both bank top pair. And Colin, who just never wants to show us his cards, but clearly it looks like he's trying. They're on the sensor, and I respect it. It's not even Colin's fault. Thank you for your best attempt, Colin.
This is actually pretty sick because 3-spade board. Dave flops the best of it. Obviously, he's got a huge hammer lock on his hand with 7-high flush. Yeah. And if he knew it, he wouldn't have clicked this much. But Harlan with the 1 under spade, which is no good.
Man. And if you're Dave, I mean, you're clicking this much because you gotta know, and obviously not in this scenario, but generally speaking, if another spade, if anybody's good enough to call you here, and a spade peels, you hate yourself. You hate life. You hate life. If anything, you're hoping they bet small so you can cry call and just lose minimum. But everybody does get away. He is going to take it down.
I love it, Bri. Ask the 8-ball is, am I invited to Veronica and friends in December? I have my doubts. Yes.
Oh, is Sean invited to Veronica?
I will ask the 8-ball a question.
Oh, God. Does Bri need to be banned from the chat immediately? Just kidding. All right, new dealer coming in, guys. This is our lovely Jen, and you know what new dealer means, guys? It's bomb pot time. So, again, for those of you who are new to the stream, every dealer change, and this is our players' choice. This isn't like a house rule. Our players all agree to it. They love it. So every single dealer change, which is whatever, every 40 minutes, something like that, they do a bomb pot. Everybody throws in 25 bucks. We go to a flop. So pot's 2 1/4. Game on from there.
Fun fact. I've known Jen longer than I've known anybody in this building.
Really?
Yes, Jen is an old I don't want to say old, she's young and beautiful, but Bellagio dealer.
Oh, really?
She is a Vegas dealer, and we kind of broke in together there at Bellagio's.
Right, because you used to deal there too.
I was a dealer at Bellagio.
Very cool. All right, guys, here we are getting this board out. So 9-high board here, a couple of hearts. Let's go ahead and check out all these hands, take a minute to digest. JP here flopping top pair with a pretty solid kicker. Looks like he might be in the lead here. What else we got?
Harlan's got a flush draw with queen high.
Woo, which actually is edged out JP as far as percentage goes.
We still don't know what Colin has.
He is the no, he is the bump pot king.
Doesn't matter where the button is.
So JP bet 75, and the thing is, the weird thing about the dynamics of a bomb pot is you have to almost be like awkwardly cautious because anybody can have anything. You think your 2 pair is good, somebody has a better 2 pair. You think your 1 pair is good, top pair is good, somebody's got bottom 2. It's just weird dynamics. You have to be real awkward and sensitive here in a bomb pot.
Okay.
These guys knew it already when Harlan was sitting here and won the biggest one.
So the $75 bet from JP gets raised to $250 by Harlan with a flush draw, and this is what we're talking about. Aggression with big draws. It's like a solid plus EV move. Assuming you can get it through. Let's see if JP believes it.
serve. Okay.
In Hollywood, checking out.
Life's rough.
Rough life, dude.
He's all in.
And snap call. Oh, JP, snap all in. Oh,
Harlan
and
called.
Harlan did. If Harlan lives for bomb pots,
I'm
Harlan.
okay with this. I'm okay with exactly how the action went down.
Absolutely. Let's listen to these guys talk.
One, okay.
Is it weird if I put it in? Is it weird if I put it in?
That's what she. Wait a second.
Wait,
Wait
what?
a second. All right. Let's see here. Oh God.
Harlan turns a
Harlan
pair.
would have stuffed it on the turn anyways with a pair and his flush draw.
Oh,
Brick
there it is.
City. JP
I believe they ran it
Holds.
twice. I could be wrong. I am wrong. They ran it one time. Wow. Good for you, JP.
My skills luck says it takes a lot of patience to play poker for a living. It's probably 10x the patience people think. The way I like to describe playing poker for a living is this. It's the hardest, easy money you ever make. It is such a grind. People think, oh, play cards for a living. And I go into that accent for a reason. Because it's so condescending. Like, it's so easy. Like, oh, you play cards. That sounds great and
This
easy.
is literally my saying, and you can quote me on this
It's
one.
so not.
Those who can do, and those who can't run card rooms.
I am honored to be one of your patrons in the card room,
Yes.
sir. Oh, that is funny.
In the poker game of life, I am the fucking rake. Oh, am I allowed to curse?
You literally are. Well, as long as
But-
you don't bring it up, don't make it a big deal. But
Oh.
yeah, I mean, it's a family show, but you know,
Family show.
You know, kids drop weird words. They don't know what's up.
Moobot's coming after me.
Who bought? God, this is where I tell a story. I probably get me fired, but
Just don't get fired.
just kidding.
Just text it to me and I'll tell it as if it's my own story.
Oh, that's even better.
They can't fire me.
That's what you're like. I pushed this 500 at his friend, right, at this table.
You're not my supervisor.
Okay, all right.
So this is my last show at Stones.
Welcome, Sean, and goodbye, Sean, as well. Now, and you know what I seriously love about, you know, like obviously like something like JFK Stones, you know, not to toot his horn, so earmuff it for me so you don't listen and get your head all big, but and yourself as well. I mean, it really comes down to the people who run these rooms. If they're just in it to please their bosses and for the house and just like whatever, here's your stuff, and you know, but you're doing that at the expense of the players, it sucks. Your business, I feel like if you run your tournaments and you run everything where it works for the players, the dealers, the house, it works for everybody. Everything's better. Life is better. You get more players. You get better turnouts. You get this. I mean, and that's what I really love about here. It's what I love about Aria. Is just that, like, they're tournaments that are designed to be fun. They appeal to me as a player. Obviously, they're great for the dealers because they can still make their, you know, required money per down. Like, everybody wins. You know what I mean? Like, just give me something that doesn't suck. That's all I ask for. I don't ask for much.
We actually have a really big flop because everybody hit 4 ways. We have a flush draw, we have an open ender, we have a pair of 5s and a pair of 4s. Let's get back to the felt.
That's pretty good. I was really wondering if you were calling like an open ender either Harlan or Davo's hand because I'm like they're not. But that's good.
No, poker overkill. And he turns the straight with the flush draw and Harlan turns 2 pairs. This should be fun.
Oh, ship
and
it.
ship it. Insta call from poker overkill. And what is DC gonna do here with an open ender and a flush draw?
Dude, and then
This is a
this
life.
exact reaction. I'm sitting here and I'm Dave C and I'm just like, what do I do?
I apologize. Harlan stuffs it, and it looks like poker overkill is thinking about it. I thought he verbally said call. I thought I heard call, but he didn't. This would be amazing if he lays this down. I don't see how you ever lay this down.
And the thing is, you know nobody else. You assume nobody else is in there with a diamond draw because of the backdoor diamond draw. You're like nobody else has this diamond draw, so it's not like I'm worried about my flush draw being good. I almost know or hope that's good as well. So he knows any sort of ace 7 diamond just mints poker overkill here.
God, Harlan is just running bad on this stream. He might burn that shirt.
Harlan's gonna river a 5 or a 6. What are you talking about? There's
Well,
no
you know.
way Harlan doesn't vote here. There's no Harlan votes
Here we go.
all day here. It's Harlan.
Poker Overkill makes the call, of course.
Like it's like 99%. Harlan is like, oh my god, and Dave stacking out chips too. Really? Oh wow.
If Dave C makes this call, you're gonna see me run out of the booth.
Watch the 5 of diamonds peel, and if Poker Overkill makes them straight flush.
That is true. I didn't even think about that. Harlan has one less out here.
With that kind of action and that kind of you need some more volume. With that kind of action and that bet and that call, you're in Dave's seat. You're thinking like, man, really? Dave definitely in the tank here.
Wow!
Oh,
Here we go.
Wow, guys. Any red card on the river, there will be blood. Any red card on the river, lots of blood. Holy jeez.
Here we go. Almost a 4K pot.
This is it, man. This could be your pot.
I'm like nervous for them.
I'm so scared. I'm not even in this hand. Oh my! Dave, oh god, a Dave sips it, and what do you do?
Poker Overkill calls! And there's my 5K pot. Winner, winner. Wow. I don't even know what to do anymore.
Oh my god, and that, I just... Wow.
And look at Dave. Look at the reaction by Dave.
I don't even know what to say with that, dude. I mean, come on, you knew no matter what that river was.
And you guys are
hitting the fan.
You guys are wondering. Look in the chat. Look at this right now. Look what Harlan's doing. You wonder if this game is good. This ain't. Oh my god.
Harlan's figuring out how many more hundreds to put in play. I knew this. I knew it's funny because
service.
Dude, right here, cheers, dude. Because I talked to Shane before this stream started, and Shane's like, "Well, I mean, this game's alright. I think it's warming up." And I'm like, "Yeah. Oh, trust me, it's getting really warm. It's getting like the spa's too hot right now. Look at that pot. That right there. I want that to be his next avatar. Just
you know it's a big pot when you got to stand up to rake it in.
Oh my god. Right there, guys. I think that's all summed up by Tobo Stars there in the chat. 10.4K with Jack 3. Wow. Dave C. Look at that chip lead with Dave C. 8.2K in front of Dave C. Next biggest stack is Derek at 3,200. Merry Christmas come early. You thought it was Halloween. He's actually going on the whole store motto, which is where we set up for Christmas right now. It's Merry Christmas for Dave. Wow.
We don't even have to advertise for Stones.
No.
I mean, I will because you guys gave me this lovely, where are we at here? There it is. Lovely Stones hoodie.
Honestly, I'm actually kind of bummed because when I go play other places, I'm so used to like, oh, I'll play the 1-3. In other places, it's like paint dry. And I play it here and I'm like, guys, it's like a 2-5-5-10 at Stones. It's like the same thing. Wow.
That's amazing. I lost volume here, but that's all right. I don't even need it. Yeah, I lost table volume here, but that's okay.
You're cut off.
I can't read.
I don't know if it's your headphones or not.
Get the shirt and the hoodie.
Can you hear that?
67. Time.
500
For him, yes, please.
Thanks, sir.
Hey, Brett. Can I get another cup of ice, too?
Respect.
Love you. See if I can get you some audio back here. No, don't worry about it. It's on here. I'll get you audio.
So what is a $15 raise, sir? What is a $15 raise? What is a $15 raise? Three red chips.
All right, guys, as before, Justin's always seems to want to leave me in the booth, so here we are. It's me and Chair. I got no table audio right now, but I don't really need it.
Like I said, I can't play too long tonight.
35,
Always love those pots where someone is still stacking their chips into the next pot or even the third one after that. It's amazing. Oh my goodness.
Chips, 11.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you. audio again?
Plug back into there again.
No, yeah, plug back in.
I do.
Gotcha.
Boom.
It's nice to have a tech guy in the booth.
Service with a smile.
That's how we roll. Wow. Guys, pot of the night, obviously, welcome so far. Thus far, pot of the night, about halfway through the stream. The game just died because Dave's chips are locked up. I don't know, actually. I think Dave's been playing, you know, I mean, a little snug, right? But he's not afraid to put him in there.
No.
Dave's not one of the players I would put in the chips are super glued down category. You know what I mean?
Clearly not with the Jack 3.
Right? I mean, okay, self-explanatory. Boom. Sick burn slash your brag.
I mean,
about
Dave,
you.
when you're watching this in replay, good call.
I know, well, burn slash brag, like, oh my god, another Jack 3. You're like, yeah, but who has 10K in their pocket? I mean, not you. I'm in.
Telling me Dave's just gonna mic drop me like that?
Here he is. Done. He's like, yeah, I know. Hey, be like Mike. Boom. Done. In.
And I will say this, I've done some other shows, I've done cameos at other places other than Ari and stuff like that. And for the most part, you know, people don't want me plugging my own place, but you guys are really cool up here. So I'm gonna turn it over to the chat. Guys, do you have any questions for me in the chat? Ari related, Stones related, you know, anything. Let the Poker Boss know. Ask me something. I am an open book right now.
In fact,
Wow.
this guy does run the entire room over there. So if you guys have a kind of semantics rule question, maybe some ruling you didn't agree with, or maybe something, you know, hey, a guy did this, is this really allowed in a poker room? Shoot it in the chat. We'd love to answer questions. You never know. I think one of the things we try to make it really congruent no matter what room you play at. Speaking of fun stuff, Harlan with lots of 8s here. It's funny because I'm like, one of these players had to flop trips.
But this is why I'm saying Harlan, actually, this is the first time I've actually Harlan run bad. When Harlan makes a monster on an ace-high board, nobody has anything.
No,
Harlan
ever.
is running bad.
He's like, I need to turn or river you so I can get action.
What is the easiest game to beat at Aria? I will be honest, the easiest game to beat at Aria is the Ivy game.
Do you have the table game Go Fish or War? Can you play War?
We do have Casino War.
The Ivy room, huh?
The Ivy game is probably one of the easiest games to beat. It will cost you
need the
probably a
bankroll.
house to buy in, but
If you take out a third mortgage on your house, your wife totally won't care. Just go play in the Ivy game at the Aria. It's easy money.
is Mrs. Pokerball still in the chat? We're taking out a third mortgage. Let's go.
This is an interesting question. Do you ever see players call the clock on themselves to get a read on their opponents? I've never even heard of that. Is that a thing? Did I
Wow.
miss?
So I have more than once called the clock on myself. More just because I'm getting frustrated with the amount of time I'm taking to make a decision.
Fair enough.
I've never used it as a counterpoint to read off my
That's
opponent, but that's interesting. Thank you for that one. I will put that in the arsenal.
MySickles Like says, how many years have you played poker? What's your favorite game?
I've been playing poker now for, without dating myself, 30 years.
Nice.
I am not even 40 though. My dad taught me poker, and we played a lot of 7-card stud. You know, I'm from the East Coast, so 7-card stud is huge out there. You know, it's obviously one of those games that's kind of a dying game. I think it's a great game still though, but been playing now for, in the casinos, legally.
Air quotations.
I've been playing for about 15 years, and my favorite game is probably Deuce of 7 Triple Barrel.
Solid. All right, we'll catch up to some more questions here in a minute here. Let's see how these pocket kings pan out. Harlan does come in for a raise base queen to 30. Poker Overkill re-raises here to 100 with kings. And, a click back by Harlan. And we saw this earlier. It's so funny because we saw Harlan and Poker Overkill going at it back and forth with 2 hands less than 10 high before. And now you have ace queen versus kings and they're re-clicking back. This is like music to Poker Overkill's ears here. That's a huge re-click back though. And Poker Overkill's just stuffing it. It says, you got aces, you're getting my money, that's it. So this is how Dave O was like, okay, I get it. Bye. No reason to be here. You see the smile from Harlan. This ought to be fun. Oh, and he's getting it in.
I love it.
Oh God! And this is where this is gonna be the poster child. If Harlan spikes an ace on the flop, this is gonna be the poster child for. This is why
This
kings
is
are
me.
no good at stones. That's so good.
Harlan, oh man, I don't want to root against anybody. Harlan, oh,
Oh my god!
Oh god!
He's got the ace of clubs too. Oh,
It's all but over because there was a king and the. Our buddy Dave, the king, they ran it twice. Oh no! They ran it twice.
Watch, he's gonna beak it again. He's gonna beak 2 queens or something. It's oh my god! If he binks kings twice, this is prime of why kings are no good at stones. Oh my god! More clubs.
And he's got a queen.
Club on the turn for a sweat.
Oh!
I told you!
Oh!
Guys, don't ever play kings at stones, ever. Ever.
And I will tell you, this is the best part. This is the best part. I'm looking at Jen outside dealing a different game, and Jen knows what we're talking. Jen knows what we're talking about, and everybody knows what we're talking about now. Oh my God!
Bad. So bad.
Jen, you could never deal to me.
Okay,
Because I
guys.
know I'm at the losing end of this every time.
Yeah, okay. Talk all you want about online is rigged, guys. Okay, we ran 2 complete rando boards.
Oh my God! I told you this game was gonna be crazy.
Be like Harlan. When you grow up, be like Harlan. Good God.
I want to send it to the chat right now because I actually know this, and I want to know. I want to see if we can get some really good guesses here. How old do you think Harlan is?
Oh my God.
I won't give
You know
the
what?
answer away. I won't give the answer away. Maybe.
Just wait. Let him guess. But I'll tell you what, though.
Maybe.
Dude, I mean, if I'm Shane, right? I mean, okay, yeah, losing the money sucks. But God, if you're gonna run like that, like how can I even be mad?
Man.
How can I be mad? Oh my God.
And Harlan plays it so cool. I mean, wow.
All right, we got some guesses coming in. There.
63.
I
I'm not
even
saying
said he was
it's
gonna hit trip queens, but he hits quads. Are you kidding me? Oh, it's so sick.
We are having fun.
Oh my God. Stones, guys, seriously, click the heart in the corner and subscribe, like follow us, subscribe, whatever the heck it is. Just do it. If you haven't yet, what are you waiting for? It doesn't get much better than that when it comes to poker. OMG, you run it twice and you run like that? As the bearded Jake would say, he's running like pure Colombian gold. He's running like pure Colombian gold. Right there. God.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. Just wow. Holy jeez. Wow.
Oh, I got a notification, but this is the wrong phone. This is you. This is Grinder.
Wow. We'll respond to Pete. No, I'm just kidding. Oh my God! All right, Harlan here with. I'm still. It's a.
I throw you off your game. I throw you off your game.
But that's how invested we get in these spots. Like I am still like reeling over the last double win for Harlan. I'm like, why is Harlan even in here? And of course, Harlan turns a 4. He turns 2 pair. It's
I don't know
sick.
if this is appropriate or not, but I want to go hug Harlan, and that might be.
It's so sick.
Wow.
Yeah, we're talking about Helmuth. Oh my God. Put Helmuth in a game like this. Put Helmuth. Well, you've already seen Harlan and Helmuth play together on Poker Night in America.
Yep.
But if you bring Helmuth here on Harlan's home turf here on the stream,
He might lose it.
Oh my
He
God.
might lose his mind.
You want to watch a Helmuth blow up? That is prime.
And as we know, Helmuth is my guy. He's an Aria guy.
I know. I know.
He's an Aria guy.
Oh my God. Please. Okay. Put him in your carry-on next time you come out. Just
Put him in my carry-on.
Bring him out.
6'6". Just fold him down into
Well, I mean,
my
no, it's
carry-on.
gonna, okay, it's like an origami crane. It's gonna get complicated, but just do it. Just make it happen. Text Helmuth right now.
I'm doing it.
Oh
Let's
my
go.
God, please.
Come out the stones.
Okay, guys, you heard it here. Wow. Once again, thanks for all our viewers, guys. Appreciate you guys hanging out. You're watching Stones Live. This is a 5-5 no limit game here. Started out with a $1,000 max. Obviously, we're way beyond that now.
I can't show you numbers, but that's a pretty sick lineup there of Phils. I don't know if the camera can catch
How many
that.
builds do you have?
Well, the first one is Phil Ivey. The second one is Phil Helmuth. The third one is Phil Galfond.
Wow, it's rough for you.
That is a rough life. I can't show you phone numbers, though.
That's solid. Oh my God, what if you did by accident? I'm sorry, Phil. I don't know why you got all the spam. All right, so JP here raises to 25, gets 3 other callers. Queen, Queen 6. Somehow Harlan doesn't have quads. That's
Everybody
weird.
whiffs.
Oh my God.
MJC in Australia, what's going on? I love, like, hey guys, make sure you chime in where you're watching from. Very cool. Always love to have international viewers. And I'm always actually, I love when we have local viewers too, guys who are like, oh, I live right down the street. Come on in. 3 queens on the board again. I'm sure they're all joshing like, hey, you don't have quads? Dude.
Oh, man. All right. Silver Surfer. What's the worst floor ruling I've ever seen? Man, I don't speak ill of other rooms, but...
were you at the table, or did you just
I was
watch
at the table, and it looks like we're chopping out the spot, so I'll talk about it.
Well, then don't say the other room.
I won't say the other room, but here's what happened. I was playing at the table, and I had pocket eights.
A room in Vegas, I assume.
Nope, outside of Vegas.
Okay.
Actually, East Coast room. I'll leave it as a.
Okay.
There's a lot of rooms on East Coast. And basically what happened was, I pocket eights. There was action. We were four-handed, and 3 of us were on one side of the table, 7, 8, 9 seat, and someone was on the 3 seat. And the dealer prematurely burns and turns the turn card. The turn card's an 8. But when they did it, someone stopped the dealer before they could pull it out, and only exposed it to the 3 seat,
okay, gotcha.
and not to the majority of the people still left in the hand. Someone stopped the dealer, and the dealer put the card back down, and the 4 had to come over to make a rule, and the 4 said, well, since less than the majority of the table saw the card, we're going to let the 8 play. I'm there with pocket 8s. Now, this is back in the Poker Boss's foolish days, and I said, I object.
And you didn't see it, obviously.
No, I knew. Well, no, they put the card down.
Oh, okay,
I said,
gotcha.
that's not how it works.
Yeah.
And I said, the card needs to be reshuffled back in. We know the early burn and turn procedure. And the floor argued with me, and I was like, here's the deal. And I flipped my hand up, and I said, I have the best of it, but your ruling is wrong. You should get a manager here. And the manager came over and fixed the ruling, but it was the worst ruling. It was pretty bad.
Yeah.
And the guy was just, here's the thing, guys. Just like when you're playing poker, when you're on the other side of the table, check your ego at the door. And I wasn't like, hey, I'm this guy from Vegas.
Ruling. Yeah.
Just, if you don't know, ask. I'll tell you. The reason why I am where I am in this business is because I ask questions. And I don't know things. I learn things every day. And I'm not just being corny and, and cliche, but you got to check your ego at the door.
Absolutely.
I'm better than you. Check your ego. See?
Ego checks. Cheers to ego check. Come in. Suitor. Wow, how does this happen? How does everybody with the 4 and the 7 deuce and the deuces wake up the straighter on the turn? Whip city for everybody.
That's the knot, sir.
Check mark for Derek with deuces, which should never be good here on that board of 4-handed.
And look at Derek. Look at Derek just looking around like, I knew it.
It's good. Good.
And that's why he's Team Vegas.
Oh my God. The Team Vegas.
Got him.
Lock it up. All right, guys, like I said earlier, I promised you well over 20K on this table. Look at that. We're at 12, 15, 18. There's like 25K plus. We'll get a better count here next time chips come up. But this is what I'm talking about. Come on to Stones where we play the 5-5 game with 25, 30K on the table because reasons.
It's a beautiful thing.
Because why not?
This is beautiful. What is this, velvet?
Guys, we had a 1-3 game here the other night when me and Sean were in here splashing around, hanging out. This 1-3 game, one whale at this game was stuck 11 grand. 11 grand in a 1-3 game.
1100.
I don't know why you're not playing it.
Hollywood waking up with aces, loving it.
Ooh, he's awake.
By the way, I bought into that game for $100 and ran it up to 500.
Yeah.
I walked out with 0, but I had a good time.
Well, I'm pretty sure you riveted the crap out of me once or twice. It may have pushed me back 100.
You're saying you owe me money?
No. Crap, self-incriminating is the worst. This is definitely not on camera. All right, so Poker Overkill does make it 35 to go. Davo flat calls and back over to Hollywood with aces. We're going to see a pop-up here. It'd be interesting to see how Poker Overkill handles this versus Hollywood.
I'm back. No, I'm back.
Hollywood 3 bets to 120. Everybody goes away. All right, let's try to field some of these other questions here. All right, let's see. Fade MA says, I mucked the winning hand my first time playing live cash and just accepted it and said it's my bad. That's true. We've all done that. I feel you. My skill is luck said. I had a dealer say that I said I folded. and I never did fold. Chat's going too fast. Oh my god.
I give you guys credit for keeping up with this sometimes.
And he made me muck my hand. I had ace king and attorney. I was so mad. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
I have a fun one. Talking about, obviously, poker's a visual game, but we do allow verbal bets and verbal actions, stuff like that. And
It's actually what I tell people about new to the game. I say, just announce what your intentions are.
But this is going to be funny.
Okay.
A guy was facing an all-in bet in a 5-10 game of about 4K. And the dealer's name happened to be Paul. And Paul put out a card which straightened out the board, flushed out the board, and the guy had a strong holding like 3 of a kind or something like that. And the guy looks at the dealer and is like, Paul, Paul, Paul. And his opponent flipped up his hand thinking he said call. How do you make that ruling? Good luck in the chat to that one.
Wow.
I made that ruling, by the way.
That's rough. And I gotta give it up as a 4-man dude. Making a ruling, like you're gonna always. You never have a scenario where everybody at the table's happy when you make a ruling. You're always gonna piss off one person or more at minimum. Like, so good luck.
Welcome to the game, JP.
Yeah, no, lots of kings here. JP with one of them. It's funny because I thought this was one of our bomb pots, but it's not. We just have a lot of players in this hand. It's just a family pot.
Oh my god, the hoodie is going down! Baby, if somebody made a decent spin of 7, they get the hoodie, okay? Oh my god, the hoodie is coming down. You need it? Oh my god, but that will mess up.
Whoever's the dealer on the table is doing a good job. That's Jen, still in the box.
Crushing it.
Yeah, what about the sweatshirt?
Vegas is finest, I'll tell you.
Hey, well, I actually appreciate that you noticed that because a lot of people think that a dealer is just a dealer and, you know, whatever, just somebody throws cards, like, whatever, anybody can do it. That's very not true.
Very not true.
I mean, you'll start noticing good dealers once you see a lot of bad dealers. You know what I mean? It's just like, you know, you get used to just like, this is the norm for me. Like, all of the dealers here are rock stars, and sometimes I'll go to places, you know, and it's no fault against them, like, but out of the series, the main event, where they have to flash hire thousands of dealers, right? Not everybody can be a rock star when you're like, I need 3,000 dealers for a month, go. You know what I mean? And sometimes you get some dealers that are a little rough around the edges, and I try to be cool with them and help them out when I can, but it just really makes you appreciate guys who are super fluid and smooth and can just do like 5 side pots like that. You know, like where you just don't have to think about it. For me as a player, I don't want to have to think about if my pot is right. I just want to trust in my dealer. I'll hook you up with tips. I just want to play my game. You know?
You got 4, right?
Oh my god. Waprai with the dealer jersey needling. Strong.
I'm not participating, but
Oh, Watt I can agree with that. If it's not a Patriots jersey, she loses. Oh. Now the chat will be flooded with all the Patriots haters. I like it. I like it.
Well, you know, there's actually a guy here who works with us in our Stones production team who trains, he trains a lot of dealers who go out to the World Series of Poker. So whenever I make a comment like that, he's just like, what? It's like that? I'm like, dude, I'm not even talking about your peeps. Like, I know your peeps are on point. I've been to your games, you know? Ace 8 Jack here. Poker Overkill and Dave both bank top pair.
Harlan with a gutter.
So, you know, I feel like when Harlan has a draw, he's like always 60% to hit it, 70%, regardless of what the numbers say. He's always
And this is funny. Harlan just straight folds. Had he known what Poker Overkill had, he might have called, just because 2 pair gives him the
all of a
nuts.
sudden he gets minted.
And Poker Overkill goes runner, runner, nuts.
How does that
He
happen?
had the
That's
best of it
so
anyways.
good, yeah.
And he picks up, actually he doesn't have the nuts because of the board pair, but it's actually a good board pair to make the nut flush because now
It could look slightly
Day
lucky.
has aces and 8s with a jack, so he could be thinking we're chopping this.
And it could also, like, the 8 of spades peeling on the river is a great bluff card because it does put drip potential out there, runner, flush potential, and Day's
there
gonna
it
make
is.
the call. Exactly.
Day's hoping for, at worst, the chop.
And had that 8 been a different suit, it would have been.
Correct.
Yeah, it's so sick because you talk about different levels of poker, right? The real good players now have to not only when a card like that binks off on the river that creates trips, it creates a runner flush, it creates this, and somebody bets. They now as a good player you have to actually exploit. Is that guy a good player just exploiting this, thinking that he can rep that now because I should know that that's possible? You know what I mean? It's just levels on levels, right? It's just like, maybe.
Isn't that the meme thing now? Like the guy. And I'll tell you guys, we were talking about dealers before, talking about good deals and stuff like that. Jenna was already prepared there. She looks at the texture of the board and she's already running in her head flushes, boats. She already knows. So instantly when poker overkill flipped over the ace-9 spades,
She knew it.
Jen knew.
She knew.
And that's a mark of a great dealer.
Absolutely, and that's why it blows my mind when I talk to certain dealers who are great dealers, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I never played poker before I dealt," and I'm just like, "How? How do you do that?" I had a buddy of mine who learned Omaha before he learned Holdem, and I'm like, "How? You're telling me you learned to ride a bicycle before you rode one with training wheels? Like, I don't get it."
You gotta walk before you crawl.
You know, they like, I won a gold medal in the Olympics before I learned to walk, and I'm like,
you gotta flip that around.
How does that work?
And honestly, we will see that on Wednesdays. Self-promotion plug here for the 08 game. 2040 08 on Wednesday.
That will be on the big screen like I'm ready to rock. Dude.
Yeah,
that's gonna be
you
fun.
can't even comment. That's above your pay grade.
Dude, it's too many cards.
Who's here for that?
Dude, it's gonna
The
be
Jake.
The Jake.
And my good friend, Bart Hansen.
Oh,
Loving it.
Oh, it's like that?
Loving it.
How many good friends do you have? But dude, the Jake and Bart Hansen on an Omaha analyzing level is going to be awesome. And I know, on top of how awesome that game's going to be, is Harlan holding his phone upside down? What is he doing? That's not how you use your phone, Harlan.
That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works.
He's probably trying to listen to commentary when he binks quads on the double run board.
Wait, why would he be listening to commentary? He's got an earpiece in. I'm so confused.
Don't try to make sense then. Harlan's like, let me show you how to like ruin your king's 2 boards in a row with my ace queen. Just don't question Harlan. Rick and Barstow later, bud. Thanks for tuning in, man. Once again, guys, you're watching Stones Live. 5-5, no limit. Started out as a $1,000 max buy-in, and now it is table stakes, meaning you can match the largest stack at the table, which I believe is our boy Dave over there, who won that huge pot, sitting around 8K. So there, 8.2K there, I believe, is the largest stack. So if you haven't clicked that heart button there at the top and followed and subscribed, whether you're on Stones or YouTube Live, definitely do so. We're here with you every Monday and Wednesday spewing cash game action. And you're right, the more I look at Harlan and try to listen to his phone with the earplugs in, I'm really confused.
It's awkward. It's making it awkward for me.
So Poker Overkill set of 3s, super solid. And he's going to get through. It's good. Stone's live, man. I'll tell you. There we go. So Dave C there. This gets stacks. Big Dog with 8.2K, followed directly by Harlan with 4.3K, which we know after he lost that large pot, he just rebought. And I think that, I mean, he's won a few pots, but I think he rebought at least 3K plus.
Oh, here's what's going on. I think Harlan's headphones died. He put out like analog headphones from his.
Welcome to Stones Live, where we're worried about Harlan's battery life in all of his personal devices. Over under on Harlan's headphones. Battery life, plus minus. And you know, another little thing. I love that all the tables here have USB chargers for your phones.
That's badass.
That's just nice. It's one of those little things that like I don't know I care about until I'm at a different room and I have like 5% battery life and I'm worried about how I'm gonna call my Uber. You know, I'm like, I'm worried. Swap Ride, talking about the salad is positive EV here. Normally, Peter's seat 4, where we saw Dave scoop that $8,000 pot, he also ate a salad. You knew it was coming. He ordered a salad. He's like, I'm good.
And here's the Harlan we're all used to. Picking up ace deuce offsuit and thinking deuce deuce 5. When I grow up, I want to be Harlan.
Dude, that's nice. I feel like Harlan, dude.
Drop by here, we're gonna have a Halloween show.
Let's see how he plays this.
Hey, could we hit possibly one of our trip deuces here, or deuces full of 6s, or deuces full of 7 prizes here? Oh my god.
We'd have to see a 7.
Oh, it'd be so sick.
No.
If a 7 came?
7 rolls off.
Because that's the Stones hoodie prize. If
Oh my
somebody
goodness, I'm
hits
going to hold it here.
deuces full
If
of
Dave-O
7,
hits
Oh my God, okay. Throw it away. We don't care anymore. I was like, this is actually pretty close. I'm like looking at the stuff down here. I'm like, there's potential.
You can't hear it because you're not listening, but Hollywood said you almost got the shirt.
See,
You
he
almost
knows.
got the shirt.
Hollywood knows.
You sure you don't want me to stick it in?
You know what? Are you talking to the headphones still? All right. Okay. Get him. All right. King Queen working on a full house says, why is there a time to rake in bigger games? Now, I would assume the higher limit players in these bigger games prefer a time to rake, yes?
Yes. So why is there a time break in bigger games? So,
Go for it.
generally in bigger games, I mean, obviously, the majority of card rooms in America and around the world spread 1-2, 2-5, and sometimes 5-10, but not everywhere spreads those games, 10 and a quarter, 10-20, 20-40, all the big games. We even spread a 300, 600, 1200 game at Aria on the regular. So it would be very awkward in a game like 300, 600, 1200 to say, we're taking 10% max X amount of dollars.
Yeah, because it's going
So
to be
you have
max
to
every
charge
hand.
it. Yeah, it would be max every hand. And you can't charge them $5 a hand. It's just weird. So, especially in games that don't have $5 chips, what would you do? So we charge time in those games. So a game like
Are you
that.
pulling out a $100 chip every pot to make change? It just doesn't make
Yeah,
sense.
it doesn't make sense. And you can't take $100 a hand. Even
Okay.
though you're dealing 50K pots, you can't take $100 because that's too much too. So in those games, it's just a well-established rule that you're going to take a one-time fee for playing at the table. And it actually works out pretty close depending on where the game falls. But in the very ultra high limit games, you're actually getting the best of it. Like in that
better
game,
deal, right?
you're getting a better deal. We take $15 per player per half hour. If you do it based on stack sizes, you're getting way the best of it.
Exactly.
So come on down, play that game, and buy in for $200,000. I'll only charge you $15 per half hour.
It's a solid. You buy, and they're running a special promo right now. You buy it for $200,000, they give you $201,000 in chips.
And I will give you this. If you come in the next month, I will give you this Aria Holo. But you got to play a minimum of a half hour.
So guys, let's talk about Run Good here. Poor Hollywood. Every single person in this hand outflops Hollywood's jacks. Ace for Colin, Queen for Poker Overkill, bottom set for Harlan. Hollywood, those jacks are cute, but they are literally dead. Dead.
And he knows it.
I know, you can see the look. My Skills Lex says, what's the longest live session you've ever had?
Me personally?
You personally.
When I first visited Vegas, well before I moved there, I played a 49-hour session at Bally's.
Crush.
Bally's. I'm plugging a competitor. It was 1-2. I believe it was 1-2 no limit Holdem with like a max buy of like $1,000. I had a hotel room there, and yeah, it was pretty fun. I took 20 minutes off in that 49-hour session to run upstairs, splash some water in my face in my hotel room, ran right back down.
Wow,
I think I missed an orbit.
Yeah, one orbit. That's it. So the turn here with the 7 hearts does get Harlan the check mark, regardless of what comes in the river against Colin here. Colin in a bit of a rough spot here with top pair, and let's see what he decides to do. Harlan ships it. I would imagine, especially with the heart being on the turn, Colin has no sort of redraw. This should be a pretty solid fold by Colin. Just gonna pop. Take your minute, take your time. I think we're gonna see a quick fold here. My longest session personally is right about the 30-hour-ish mark, and it was actually we talked about Stones is a result of 2 other smaller card rooms combining their licensing over time and making Stones, and this was at the Lucky Derby, which used to be one of those licenses. And it was a 30-hour session, and it goes so quick. It's stupid. I'm sitting there, and the game's good, and you get new players, and then the game revitalizes, it's like an ebb and flow thing. And I just realized, like, how many meals have I eaten here? Like, I feel like I had breakfast, I had lunch, I had dinner. All of a sudden, I'm having breakfast again. Like, what happened?
So your sessions are based on meals. I like it.
Exactly.
I like it.
Well, how long was your session? Well, mine was 6 meals.
Yeah,
long.
exactly.
Mine was
Whoa,
solid.
whoa.
Well, how many meals do you eat? Yeah, no, it was good. It was great. And honestly, the sick part was.
And Colin makes the
calls.
call.
Wow.
Drawing completely stone dead.
And Colin, regardless of seeing Harlan's hand, hates this river here. Obviously, any heart. If Colin had a retard, like an extra heart in his hand for a redraw, I would think that would have been a bit easier to call. Kind of a rough spot for Colin. He hasn't had much going for him tonight, so I'm not surprised to see him just kind of going, trying to, grasp a pot. It's kind of a rough spot.
Bigger Ultra, I actually don't remember how I know I was in the black, so I was a winner. I don't remember how much I actually won in that session. It was just fun. When you're like 23 visiting Vegas.
Exactly, it's the same thing, yeah.
And poker's your, I don't want to say my life at the time, but it was just so much of a passionate time. It felt like it didn't feel like 49 hours. It just felt like fun.
Absolutely. And it was in my really, really, really early 20s, and we'll leave it at that. But when you're having fun,
are you like old like Jake?
No, I said really, really early 20s. We'll just leave it at that.
Do you qualify for the senior tour like he does?
I don't even think he qualifies. I think he just plays. It's pretty solid. But yeah, when you're just having fun, and it's funny because, prime example, I brought friends into poker who were like, I don't understand. How do you play for 6 hours or 8 hours? And I'm just like, we're just gonna play. It's like, we'll play the 1-2, we'll hang out, we'll splash around, we'll have some drinks. All of them say the exact same thing. We're leaving. They're like, I can't believe it was 4 or 5 hours. And I'm like that. Like that. So it's not like I'm like some weird degenerate sitting in the corner, banging out like 8-hour sessions. Like it's standard. The funny thing is, if you actually bet me and told me to stay up for 30 hours, 48 hours, whatever,
it's way different.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. But if you actually, I feel like if you didn't bet me and you just go play poker as long as you can, I'd easily get there.
Oh, bomb pot time.
Woohoo! Guys, $25 from every player. All players in to the flop. Let the hands reveal. $200 out there automatically. Game on. That should be a better question. Is who slept the longest after a big session? Waprai ended up sleeping for 18 hours. I've definitely done an 18-hour sleep session. It's rare, but when it happens, you're like, how? Why? How? I'm speaking. It's like Beetlejuice, which I'm speaking on behalf. I would love to marry him. Yalla.
Don't ask.
Sorry, guys.
Harlan turning 3 8s. No surprise. Bomb by and fills up. No surprise.
I can't play against Harlan.
Poker overkill. If he has anything here, might make a call thinking Harlan is just full. Oh my God!
Wow, how does PM aces? Oh my God.
I got nothing.
This is why I can't play against Harlan. Because every time I'm in a pot with Harlan and something weird comes, like the board pairs or a flush gets there, or a 4-card straight gets there, I'm like, Harlan always has it. How? A standard
I'm coming in with the command, guys. I gotta know. No surprise here. No surprise. Harlan was stacked in the beginning of this game, and it says he's only down 925. I don't know if that takes into account the last hand we just dealt, but man.
All right, so what time is it here, guys? Okay, so we are about 2 hours into our 3-hour session here on Stones Live. Why do I feel that even though Harlan got involved and super stuck, that he's gonna be like one of the big winners? He's gonna like get involved in a huge hand with the other Dave, and like Harlan's gonna be like, oh yeah, I was really buried, but I cashed out like 13 grand. Like he's the guy who does this in a 5-5 game.
Standard.
It's crazy. Like I watch these other poker shows, and like I mean sometimes not poker after dark, not poker, but generally I watch some of these other streams. And, well, they're a little big, and I watch these other streams, and I'm just like, God, this is boring. And then I watch, I'm just so used to like the ridiculous action that's given here. It's crazy.
And I will say, my 2 favorite games on the planet. 2 favorite. One I can play in and one I can't. Just because I don't have the bankroll. And I'm not just saying that because I'm sitting here. Honestly, the 5-5 game here at Stones is absolutely amazing. And then obviously, the 3-600 game on Poker After Dark is
Oh my
amazing.
god. Dude, 3-600 with live straddles, live double straddles. I'm like, what?
Sometimes you need $1 million pots in your life. And then sometimes you need to watch hands where you're like, okay, that's real in my life.
Yeah, this
you know?
applies
I am
to
not
what I
Tom
do.
DeJuan. I am not Tom DeJuan.
I'm not. Oh my god. I'm not Bill Perkins where I sit there and I'm just like,
God,
whatever.
is he everybody's hero? Because he is my hero.
Dude,
I
you're
mean,
just like,
God.
you just ship it in for a couple $100 grand, and you're like, yeah, whatever you want to do. Run it twice, 3 times. Like, I don't care. Like, whatever. It's cool. Whatever. Like, of course I have aces. Like, here you go. Like, what does it matter? What does it matter?
Oh, I lost. Oh, Sean, can I get another $500,000?
So crazy.
How did that happen? What is going on?
Oops.
I thought we said no.
Dun 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 dun. It's not. What's? No, it's not me. I can't drink in the booth. That's why this guy's double fisting. Thank you. But yeah, that's the thing though. Is it's just so chill. You're so chill about like coin flipping for 500K. Like, hey, how much?
Life's good for Bill Perkins.
Yeah, how much is your house? Your house at home is worth like what? 300K, 400K? Like
A lot less than those bots.
Do you want to just coin flip for your house? Look at this flop for Shane. Open-ended straight flush like a beast. Dave does bink the 3 here, 2 pair for him, and the other Dave here with Ace King. Dave's like, I'm already on 8K. You guys battle over this spot. We're good.
150.
I can tell you what's going on right now. I love the delay, the reaction. I know exactly what's going on.
Are they hearing us yelling?
Yeah, about the quad queens and stuff like that. I love it. I love looking at the whole table. I love it. It's so good. They know exactly what's going on at this
Dude,
moment.
they're like, hey, they're on that hand, bro.
And there it is, guys. Proof that we're watching on the delay with you at home.
Done. Done. I love it. There it is. You can definitely tell. You see Harlan?
Oh, yeah. Hey.
Oh, you mean
Hashtag it's Harlan.
you mean your ace queen doesn't beat kings every single time, regardless of how many boards we run? Yeah, it's telling you. Oh my god. Okay, so we talked about 17, 20, 23, 25. Guys, we're approaching 30K on the table.
Math is hard.
Yeah, standard.
Math is
standard.
hard. You got this for a second?
Yeah, would you give me like 5 seconds? Get out of here. Go. Ooh, that's interesting. Those are fun questions. The stupidest thing somebody's done to void a bad beat jackpot. Interesting. I think to completely void a bad beat jackpot, I think you have to work pretty hard. You have to do some really stupid stuff. Unless management really just didn't want to pay it, but most of the time they don't care. It's no skin off their backs. So. Harlan here. God, good old Harlan. Man, I just want to buy that Harlan action all day long. Alright. He's going to pop it to 30. Everybody's coming along. Once again, guys, if you haven't clicked that heart, click it, make it green, follow us. We're here with you every Monday and Wednesday, spewing cash game action, and then final tables of big, fun tournaments as well.
Yeah. It was pretty crazy.
Oh my god, did this just become a JK Squared show for a minute?
Let's do it. No, is it time for Urban Dictionary?
Oh, no.
No, we can't do it.
Yeah,
It has to be a whole full show. I totally agree with that. Craziest thing, I think this might be an urban legend, but to avoid a bad beat jackpot.
Ooh,
I've heard the story, a couple different versions of it. So it got me thinking, this lady, apparently like an old rich lady playing in a game, this guy's kind of being a douchebag. We've all been at the table where the guy's just totally
I played with Sean last night, you know what I mean?
I was going to say, yeah, you guys were in here, so, but so this guy's like, like, oh, you suck, you're the worst player, tapping the glass, all that stuff, and apparently like he shows down like a big hand, like quads or something, and she has royal flush or a straight flush, holds it up to him, tosses it in the muck. Have you heard that story before?
No.
So I heard a couple of different versions. I think at some point there's some version of this that must be true, but I've heard so many different versions. It's become urban legend.
Well, it's the telephone. It's the telephone game. You know
how it's changed. It's like, so it was some old rich lady didn't care about money and she just wanted to screw everyone over, or she just wanted to screw him over, but she actually screws everyone over because there's a table share.
And some places even have room share.
Right.
Like screwed everybody.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think if that story has any truth to it, or we can look it up on Snopes or something, but that might be like the sickest thing. But you're right. You would have to do something really dumb to avoid a potential bad beat
Yeah.
jackpot. Now this one is true though. This is not a avoiding of a jackpot, but actually a bringing of a jackpot. Stop me if there's something crazy going on here. 'Cause
Well, we do have a set. When we had to open
Set
it,
in an ace.
we had
All right.
flush draw, but we're good. Okay. All right. Nothing to see here. Harlan wins another pot.
Of course,
guys.
Harlan's gonna win.
Standard.
Some great pots in this. By the way, it's the three-way all in.
Nuts.
Harlan with 2 pair and the straight, and then we river the flush. Amazing. So previous card room that I worked at, I was still a dealer at the time, which I don't know why I said that's irrelevant to the story. But anyways, there's kind of a new dealer dealing in the room, and she burns and turns, right? And the floor comes over. She did everything right, which is why the jackpot, spoiler alert, it stood. But she burns and turns. They bring the card back, and it's the new card reshuffled.
Yeah.
The new
Same
card that comes out. No, it's not the same card.
Okay.
It's the new card brings the jackpot. So
Oh, wow.
you know, the action is mostly done, but she brought the river out early. It's early, so some of they haven't completed action. So
That's
they come
cool.
over, and the thing is that it's so good that she called the floor. Dealers, even if they know how to fix a burn and turn, a dealer should never fix it on their own without the floor. You
Because
always bring the floor over.
You want that acknowledgement.
No,
right?
this is the crazy thing. Had the dealer screwed up and not called the floor over and fixed it herself and brought the jackpot, that jackpot would be void.
Oh, wow.
Right? But because she did it right and called the floor over, they bring the new card out. It's all official. So that new card brings the jackpot. The whole table gets paid, which it was a pretty awesome story. Now, she did everything right other than the burn and turn, and we were like joking with, you know, oh, she's gonna get fired, you know, just kind of screwing around. Oh, you're gonna get fired, oh, whatever. No joke. For apparently a totally unrelated reason, 2 weeks later, she got fired.
No
yeah, not a
way.
joke. Well, you know the place.
way.
It was kind of
Yeah,
shady.
yeah,
You know what I'm talking
yeah,
about.
yeah,
It was a little
yeah.
bit of shady place, but there's a lot of fun little
It was
bad.
Poker
beats
Underground after Double Dark. That's what it was. Like, you don't want to.
What's this? What's this like?
It's
Are you
super
what's this
low.
week? Oh.
It's the double. It's
I thought you were
really
doing. I didn't know if you
underground.
were insinuating.
That's not
a,
why she got fired.
Well, Sean's back. I'm out
Totally
of here.
different. All right, guys. Good talk. You know, kind of similar to what we were talking about with Justin when he talked about the mucking of the hand. One of my. Well, we'll get into this after this hand here. Open-ended here for Dave. Harlan's got ace high. It's probably going to get there somehow. I mean, it's already good, but I'm sure Harlan will just win. Yeah, I think generally speaking, if the spirit is there and everything was done, you know, within reason, I think that there's no reason not to honor some sort of bad beat type thing. I don't think, you know, if any players are going to riot or something. I mean, I think in general, I mean, it's the spirit of the game, right? I mean, we're not here to like, oh, I'm going to screw you on a technicality. The jackpots exist because we know they're going to get hit, and then we're going to roll it over and start a new jackpot. It's the same thing. So I'm with you guys, man. If everything's on point, let's rock. Jackpot time. Random weird story for me at a table. You have to table your hand to win. You have to show cards. I don't care if you have 3 high, you have to show cards. Made a huge bluff in a cash game. Guy makes the call against me, and I look at him and say, good call, man. Nice hand. And he looks at me, he's like, yeah, that's what I thought. And then takes his cards and mucks. And I'm looking at him with 2 cards left. So I flip him over. Dealer pushes the pot to me. Obviously, this guy erupts like a volcano. Flips out. They call over the floor. He keeps escalating. They call over the GM, and everybody's like, dude, you literally said nice hand and mucked. I don't know what else to tell you. You threw your cards in the trash, and this guy just lost it. And like on the way out, like tried to like knock over the ATM, and I'm like, that's not gonna end well for you. But let's just say, I hope either that was the last time you played poker, or at least you learned a very valuable lesson that you just flipped your hand.
I love it.
I don't
I
want to
love
promise.
it. The more you know.
The little star flying.
Thanks for getting that reference.
God, I got you. This game, man. If I had like a ridiculous, I would just love to win this game. Like if I just had like 20K, just like I'm just buying.
20K?
No, I'm
considering buying it for 200
No,
when
you know
I get
why?
off the street.
Because I'm gonna buy in for 5K chunks and like just go all in, no peeky. Like let's just do it. Because I mean, at this table, these guys, as long as Harlan doesn't call, then I'm screwed.
I have 2 nemesis at this table that I cannot beat.
You should definitely buy for 200.
Harlan and Derek.
Walk up to the table. Excuse me, what's the min buy-in?
Yeah.
$50. I'm in. Oh man, it's gonna get through. Derek's ace king, good. Awesome. Check it out. Solid stacks. Even the, see, and this is what I love. Look at Colin. The smallest stack on the table down around 965, just under 1,000. Guys, that was the max buy-in to start this game. The smallest stack at this table was the max buy-in when we started. Game on. Tank X in the house. What's going on? Oh, wow. He said, cause a riot. It's a great name, actually. Says, my casino not allowed to lie about your hand by saying that you have 2 pairs or something like that. At showdown, it would void the pot and give it to the other person. Is that a that's not a rule. That's not a standard rule, is it?
That would
it's
not
house rule.
be.
It's a house rule.
That's an interesting house rule because players do make mistakes with their hand. What if you announced that you had
Straight,
2 pair
yeah, or
and
something,
you riveted
yeah.
a flush that you didn't
Yeah.
see? Is your hand void? In the state of Nevada, and I am pretty sure all of California, if you announce your hand,
Cards speak?
Cards always speak. It doesn't matter what you have.
I always have quads. Don't look at my hand. I always have quads.
It's back to the Harlan show, just flopping jacks full of 4s like it's nothing. Unfortunately, no one has a hand.
No wonder people think poker rigged. If you ever play against a guy like Harlan, I would think poker's rigged too. I just don't understand.
I mean, I'm assuming he'll just turn quads and be done with it. Harlan loves the turn because a diamond comes, giving people more outs. Again, unfortunately, no one has a hand that can be, that can best him in his hand. Day has the only hand he'd have to hit running 6s or a jack on the river for a bigger full house. Day is not a believer.
Day can hit a 6.
Day can hit 6 or a jack.
But you're against Harlan, so you'll never hit any of that for sure.
Queen of Hearts not going to do it.
Harlan sucks all the run good every hand. I asked Harlan, guys, where he bought his horseshoe, and he told me eBay. So go on eBay and look for horseshoes. The actual horseshoe itself is pretty cheap, but the insertion process gets a little pricey. You're going to have to talk to your doctor about that. Oh my God. Harlan with the check mark here, bets 150 against Day. And you can't even fold. I mean, God. If anybody tries to keep Harlan on. Oh, God.
Up clicks. I love it.
That's interesting. So he is going to rep. You can rep diamonds. Or you're repping that you had a jack. You can have jacks where you can have jack queen.
That's why Harlan is going to flat here.
Yeah, I don't think Harlan's ever going to repump for like weird extra thin value. He's just going to flat and call it a day. Because, I mean, let's get weird. He could have queens, 6s, jack queen,
And Harlan just said, you can't hear it, but he just said queen jack.
Yeah.
Again, it doesn't matter, even if
is he going to let him pick one? Oh, it's so sick. Oh, that's sick! If he picks, oh wow, it's an insta call if he picks the ace, but he picks the 6. Oh my God, if he gets Harlan to
Harlan
lay
is
down,
asking if he has pocket 6s.
If he gets Harlan to lay down with the pick 1 right here, I'm gonna give it up to Day.
I will do a lap around the room. If Harlan folds, I will do a lap around the room. You won't see it, but I will do it.
Best ever right here. If he oh my God, if he mind blows him
full
into 6s
sprint,
full.
I'm going around the room.
Okay. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm gonna move because you're gonna have to go when he lays this down.
I don't think so. I think Harlan calls here 100 times out of 100.
Oh my God. Is he gonna really? There's no way he can lay this down. No way. Everything in the chat's like, no way, no way.
I will tell you, Harlan is actually thinking about this.
Is Harlan saying you fold this show?
I have seen Harlan make hero folds like this.
Oh my God.
Really?
Wow. He said, Day said, I don't think you have pocket 4s, and sure enough, he flips over the pocket 4. I'm not built for sprinting, so I'm hoping he calls
I'll
here.
just listen. I mean, that might have done him in by saying, I don't think you have 4s, because if you're betting based on the assumption he doesn't have 4s, then 4s are probably good.
Listen to what they say.
Seeing this kind of poker right now.
You what? I'm sorry.
They're seeing this kind of poker right now.
Oh, it's got to stand up.
What time are you gonna be off?
I close the bar.
Oh, you close the bar?
Yeah.
All
Come
right.
up and see me after desk.
We'll arrange.
Okay.
Thank you.
Do you need
And what do you think here? Do you think this is some type of semi-tell by Day that he actually flipped the 6 of spades back over?
I would never do that. I would just leave it up.
I would have left it up too. I think it's a sign of weakness a little bit.
What if he lets him pick another one and he picks the same six of spades? Picks him up, pick the same six of spades. This is poker at its finest, gentlemen and ladies. Can you let it go? Do your lap. Go. Go. I want to see it on the stream. Do a lap around the table. Thank you. Guys, I don't know if he's really going full sprint here. I don't see full sprint, but he's going to do a lap. Day takes that pot. Awesome play by Day. The show one move is the ultimate mind-blowing experience ever. I've used it personally to really weird, awesome results, and I gotta love it. I loved the whole way that hand played out. Absolutely awesome.
If you have a 6
Wow.
Wow.
I feel like it's a win just if you can put Harlan in the tank, it's a win. You know what I mean?
You have A6.
Wow. 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 Just wow. Awesome.
Right now in way beyond
It's a pretty good sized room, so that was a pretty quick sprint by our boy there. He's a little winded, but we'll allow him back in the booth, guys.
Okay.
Wow. No, that's solid. Guys, I give guy credit for a great bluff. Are you kidding me? I'm like one of Dave's and Harlan's biggest fans. I mean, super great guys. Holy crap. And Derek's got kings for the 4th time. Good God. Get on it, Derek.
Now, if you're telling the truth, the A6, it's okay. That will be the day for Harlan.
I really thought he was going to do another lap. He's like, I do a lap every time Dave makes an amazing bluff, and every time Derek has kings. That's basically
That's a lot of laps.
There's so many laps.
Is this the 4th time?
That's what I said. I'm pretty sure it's the 4th time. And oh, he just flatted. So he flatted Dave. Oh, he's playing super sneaky. He knows kings and stones. 8-6-4. Now, unfortunately for him, flatting in a scenario where you have a board like this, extra scary. Because you have kind of a weird semi-coordinated board in a way.
I'm doing the lap for you.
Yes! Guys, Harlan just ran by and said he's doing a lap for us.
Harlan is running a lap to the room.
Welcome to Stones, where when you're not involved in a pot, you're actually just literally running miles around the room.
He deserves to run a lap after that.
Love it. God bless Harlan for that. That's fantastic.
If you bluff the...
The first time I've been
The sickest part is, Dave said pick one, right? If he picks the ace,
Well, Harlan raised it. No, he raised it.
oh yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah,
He has
exactly,
to raise.
of course. And the sick. Oh, that's even sicker.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Dave was drawing to an ace or a 6.
And binks.
Come down to Stones, guy. You guys talk about online poker being rigged.
Well, and Derek's only saving grace here is that he can hopefully try and put Dave on calling with top pair and then turning trips.
The only thing Derek beats here on the river, and it's totally likely Dave could have a hand like this, is a hand like 7-6. But against an opponent like Dave, I think Derek's going to get away, even though for a small bet like 100 into 375. I really think Derek's going to get away from it.
I think Derek's going to call it. There.
Well, my reads have been so spot on all night.
Boy, you and Harlan both did a lap. That made me happy. Guys, we talked about Kings never winning in Sacramento. I hear people going crazy over here looking at the basketball game. It looks like it's almost tied here with like 30 seconds left to go. We're going to see if the Kings can win, actually.
That's my next bold prediction. I've made this prediction more than once already. I think Las Vegas, we're going to get basketball, and we're coming after the Kings. You heard it here first.
Damn.
We took the Raiders.
I'm going to clip this
coming
out.
from the Kings.
Oh, you mean you're going to take them
You
completely?
have the Warriors in the Bay Area already. It's all right.
Dude, I know
Is
what
this
we
the
got.
Bay? Is Sac considered the Bay Area? Like
Sac's, dude, California, like it's all NorCal. Like NorCal from Bay Area up, it's all NorCal.
Okay, good.
So that's all one.
So I don't feel so bad. You already have a basketball team.
All right.
You have 4 basketball teams in California. Can we have one?
This isn't about my teams. This is about you needing a team. You don't worry about our team.
We
okay?
need teams.
You calm down. Did Sean do a lap on the stream table? I'm pretty sure you'll see him in about 20-25 minutes, guys. You're
I didn't run by. I don't know if I ran past the stream tail. I don't think there was.
run by everybody, give him a quick shoulder tug. Yeah, what's up, guys? Wow, we have a new command here from Stones Life Poker called Lap Count. Lap Count. I'm gonna have to keep track of all these fancy commands. I love that Harlan did a lap too. He did a lap too. He's like, I did a folding lap, you did a victory, weird, awkward lap. I'm in. All
right, I'm gonna put this out there. Next time Harlan and I play on the same stream together, we will have a push-up bet.
Well, this ought to be fun.
This will be fun.
Is he playing Wednesday? He's not playing Wednesday.
He is not. He doesn't. He won't play Limit 08.
Yeah.
He'd just give up like 10 grand and just go home.
Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't you and Harlan just have a push-up bet and you guys each just throw down a nickel and we just live stream that for like 10 seconds?
Yeah, that's not good for me.
Oh, look at this, dude. Day turns the runner flush draw here. And gets it.
Gets there.
A little deserving here for Day. Normally he has to bluff his way to win the pot, but this time...
Day slams down the pair of fives. I love it.
Ship it. All right, guys. If you're just tuning in, make sure you click that heart and follow us, guys. We're here with you spewing this fun cash game action every Monday and Wednesday. Absolutely awesome. Just to run around the table, take a look there at chip colors. The greens you see in front of everybody are worth $25. The whites are worth hundreds, and the reds are worth $5. So generally people, players, especially if you're new to poker, the standard is keeping your chips in stacks of 20. So each of those red stacks there is 100, each of those green stacks is 500, and stacks of whites are 2K.
Let's see. What time you gonna
Rob Malt, 725, what's going on, stud? He says, Sean, when are you on the stream again? He will be on the stream Wednesday playing some Omaha Fun Time. Absolutely.
2040 Omaha, 8 or better.
Hopefully it's extra fun for you. 2040 Omaha game on Wednesday. Let's hear it for that, guys. That's
I could use some run good in my life.
That's gonna be right. You know, all you gotta
Sarcasm much.
All you gotta do is just get any random trinket from Harlan, and your run good is complete.
I love it.
What's the worst bad beat you've ever had, Sean?
Ooh, I will talk about it at the end of the Zan. It's a good one.
Well, it's the end of San. Talk to me.
All right, so I was playing a game at Red Rock Casino, and it's 2-5 no limit hold'em, and they have a bad beat there. And the bad beat at the time was the loser of any hand would win $45,000, and the winner won $30,000. There was like a table share, and then all the stations casino had a share. I had the 7-6 of clubs, and the flop came 8, 9, 10 of clubs. Winner, chicken dinner. I had about $3,500 in front of me, and the guy that we ended up getting it all in has me covered. 8, 9, 10 of clubs. We get all the money in. Sure enough, he has ace jack of clubs. And the river's the queen of clubs, giving him a higher straight flush. But in Vegas, you must play 2 cards
for any sort of jackpot
to be eligible for a jackpot. So he had a higher straight flush, not eligible. They stared at the hand for about 10 minutes, and I knew, I was like, can we just muck the hand? I just lost a 7K pot. That's not eligible.
So then they forced you to stare at it.
Oh. So that was pretty bad. That was pretty bad.
Here, I know you're not going to get anything you lost.
Oh,
all your
man,
money,
that's
but
brutal.
Let's rub your face in it for like as long as we possibly can.
Man, that's brutal. But I did get this nice Stones hoodie, and I stayed at a Holiday Inn Express.
Dude, so you're winning at life. Did you get the discount double check as well? Oh, man.
That was the worst one. That was pretty bad.
Show 11 Trill, I'm glad you're back. Sorry if you hit a commercial break there. Long story short, oh, Hollywood. Oh, he's getting it in with his game.
They just played out of that.
Let's listen.
No, I'm right.
I know, but I saw the 5, that's why it messed me up. Sorry guys, I just, 75.
Race 75.
There we go.
And after all that, I'm gonna call.
Hollywood making it 75.
My time is money, dude. Like, I could have played 3 hands.
Harlan, I understand, but I mean...
Harlan also picking up the ace can.
Ooh, yeah.
Aces are cheap. All the aces are cheap.
After this hand, I'll give you my bad beat story. Not nearly as cool. Pretty quick and easy, though. Alright, so Hollywood does make here. Everybody calls. All right, 4-5 queen here. Poker overkill binks the 4 and somehow has the best of it here in a 5-way pot. How do you bink bottom pair, bottom kicker? You're like, I'm winning. I'm ahead.
Nut.
I'm good. Nut low. Nut.
Just getting ready for Wednesday, because I'll be saying that a lot.
Oh, dude, I hope so.
Nut.
It's going to be awesome.
Oh, I love it. Harlan just swinging for the fences with a $200 bet. Gets the best hand out. Hollywood just saying, I need you to back up.
JP's like, I'm not even in the hand. Hey, move. He's like, bro, I'm just right here.
I need you to back up so I can fold.
That was the best. Move. Oh my God, I love it. Guys, my bad beat is actually, it's pretty straightforward. I think most of you guys probably experienced something like that, but I raised pre-flop, I had jacks. A guy called me with mystery hand. Flop comes jack 8-8, loving life. I bet, he raises, I ship, he snap calls, thinking I'm just full of it. He even tells me, like, I don't think you have anything, I think I got the best hand. Great. Flips over deuces, deuce on the turn, deuce on the river for quads.
Strong.
And I'm like, I can't even be mad about that. Like, I mean, I flip over jacks full and you show me deuces, like, give me that call, whatever the money, give me that call all day. Every day, all day, twice on Sundays.
Strong. Knock.
Who's there?
Interrupting cow.
Interrupting cow who?
Move.
Ooh, that's almost what Hollywood did right there. Move. Yeah, fairly straightforward, just like a really, like, I looked at him, I'm like, I don't know what to say. I guess here's your $500, I'm out of here, bye. Good talk.
I'll give you a similar one at the end of this hand.
I like it.
Not my hand, but one I dealt, so it's kind of from my early career.
It's JP popping 20 here. Harlan and Dave-O both make the call. Dave-O with a wheel draw. Checks
And
through, gets it.
Boom.
No diamond. Does complete a possible flush draw. No diamonds for anybody here. A new scary pot.
Diamond.
Anybody's
I
pot.
love cards like this. Because anybody could take this hand away, but we all know that Dave's going to shit the pot. So I'm dealing this hand, and I'll only mention the hand because one of the players is no longer with us. Devilfish.
Oh, yeah.
Great guy, talented guy. Not just at the table, but musician. He loves to sing, and he's just just a good soul. And
a nice human, as we like to call it.
The other player in the hand is no longer with, or is still with us, so I don't want to mention his name. But basically, the gist of it is, the flop comes Queen 7 deuce with 2 spades, and Devilfish has top set, and gets all the money in, and his opponent is like, I don't think you have anything, calls the all in, pocket 8s. Queen 7 deuce.
And Devilfish has queens.
Devilfish has queens, and it comes spade, and he has the 8 of spades. And Devilfish, in Devilfish fashion, I can't say it because it's a family show, but stands up and says, "You smelly."
Yes.
The expletive. You can put it together. But Devilfish is just a character at the table, and I feel privileged just to have known the guy. He was a great guy. Put his arm around my shoulder and say, "Hey, kid, you're gonna be,
solid member.
Oh, so good, so good."
So King's getting around here for JP. He does make the raise. Poker overkill 3 bets to 85 with Queen 9. Gets called by Colin and Dave. Now back to JP. The solid click back, which is to be expected. And let's see what he clicked back to. That looks like a lot of greens. 4 betting back to a little over $500 here.
I was actually very interested to see what Colin would do here, and he insta-fold. He just insta-fold because he hasn't played a lot of hands. And I'll be honest, when I play on the stream, if I'm folding, especially if I'm raising and folding a lot of hands, on the stream, sometimes they can get frustrating. You're like, oh, hold on, are they taking advantage of me because we're on the stream? Or are they taking advantage of me because I'm, pretty tight, aggressive, or, even tight passive sometimes on the stream? It happens. And I wouldn't have been surprised if Colin's like, you know what?
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, just get it in.
You got to draw a line in the sand at some point.
Which actually brings me to my next question. I know we have a few viewers in here that have actually played on the stream before. question for you, or any of you guys who've actually played on any sort of live stream, televised poker thing, any sort of whatever, did it change the way you guys play? Did it change your overall demeanor? Did it make you second guess moves that you would have normally made in a snap call, as opposed to now I have to think about it, maybe for image or maybe because you're nervous? Because sometimes we get that on the stream, but I think that the nerves kind of settle pretty quickly, and that you may be a little worried about looking foolish in the beginning, but after a while you're just playing your game, because that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna play your game. You know, I mean, if you're not playing your game, it's the same as like playing scared money, and it just things go south.
2,000 in play.
My skill is luck. If that story is true, that's pretty amazing. I'm not gonna repeat that, but that's pretty amazing. We'll let Justin read that and get a good laugh at that one. Day picking up queens here. Not much else out there.
God. You know,
we'll cheers to that.
Cheers to Devilfish, man. I'm sure he's out there smiling down, man. It's one of those things where, you know, I think me and Justin made a joke one time in here, something about somebody passing away, and we said, well, if they pass, oh, his friend's dying. He said, well, if there's a poker table, is it a dead hand?
Wow.
And then I looked at him and said, you mean is it a kill pot?
Wow.
Yeah, and then that's where I was like, we're both going to hell. That's how that goes down. So, good talk.
It is the reason, actually, it happened. This is a true story. I don't know when it exactly happened, before my time, but it's the reason we don't say player down in tournaments anymore. We say seat open.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm dead serious.
Oh, wow.
We don't say player down anymore. That was an old thing. They used to say that, and it actually happened. And player down, and they just thought it was seat open. And no, literally, the guy was down on the ground.
Now, when somebody says player down, we call it an ambulance. It's
Yeah.
a totally different story.
They're a NASCAR driver.
Oh my God. Guys, Stone's live. Thanks for tuning in. 5-5, no limit. Click the heart. Hang out with us. We love you. We like having fun. It's that simple. We don't need to church it up, dress it up. Click the heart, hang out. Harlan's just throwing $100 bills. Like, who wants it? More chip. I know he's not adding on
Harlan,
chips.
I'll take one.
I think he's got like
He just
5K in front of him. He's like, $100 more, please. Like,
does he just click up 100 at a time and then?
No.
He's like, how much that guy got? I'll click up another 100.
Harlan's like, I've never won a hand at this table, but somehow I'm the chip leader always.
Oh, here, we got a question here from Clear Alpha. How can I come play? I'll let you take this one.
We're gonna punch it in there, right there for you. Open seat, buddy. There you go. Just call or text that number. We'll get you on the stream. Whether you're local or not, I mean, we'll let you know when we get you on the stream. The sooner the better. I think sometimes the wait list can get a week or two out because we have 2 streams a week. But we always try to make a special exception. If you happen to be in town, from out of town, and you're traveling for work or whatever, we'll get you on here. Trust me. So, and that does go direct to JFK Stones, who hopped in here for a minute. Feel free to just super berate him in the middle of the night, like 2, 3, 4 a.m.
It's JFK Stone's actual cell phone.
Yeah.
Send nudes.
Yeah, but like nudes of like horrendous other people, like not nudes of yourself. Make it really awkward.
Let's see.
Hey, I wanted to play on your stream. Boom, like fat guy eating a cupcake in the shower. Like, done.
How many people has JFK Stones blocked at this point?
His block list on his phone's longer than like his actual contact list. All right, so Dave popping up to 35 here, King Queen.
Oh, there I am.
There's
there I
your
am.
lap. That's your lap, dude.
I was doing my lap.
I love it.
I had to give him a hug there.
Well, then we'll watch Harlan get up and do his lap here in a minute then.
I have a new one for you. You might not be able to take
I love it. Look, overkill. Shane, rebetting. Good. I love it because as you were doing your lap and giving him the hug, you know he was just watching on there when he makes that fold.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna do a lap, and he's like, oh crap, here he comes, here he comes. All news will be reposted to my Facebook wall, dear God. Sorry to advance.
I unfriend you.
Damn it.
That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works.
No. Somebody lied to you. Oh, Dave O with aces. Get some.
Hello.
No action in front of him here. He's just gonna. Did he say raise?
Yeah, he said.
He didn't know what to do. He's like,
this one.
This one. I would like to bet this chip, sir. God, and he's, oh my God, he gets nothing. This is where he shows it, and he's like, come on.
Yep.
Come on, give me something. Oh, the poor guy was right too, man. Colin's just like, give me aces, man. I'll show you what's up. The problem is I think Colin's been playing so snug that if he had aces, I don't know how much action he'd get. Once again, guys, a quantum tournament coming up, 100K guaranteed. Starts at $120 buy-in. There's like 6 different starting flights over different days, so don't tell me you can't make it, because you can definitely make it one of those days. We will broadcast the final table of that. It should be solid. Anytime I can get 100K guaranteed for like $120 buy-in, I am always in for that.
I'm Vanna Whiting for you because it's right there. As we bomb pot, so hurry up, talk. Do you want to talk about the quantum?
No, I want to talk about this bomb pot, guys. If you're new to the stream here, bomb pot, that's Paul, our resident artistic dealer of destiny here. Everybody throws in 25 bucks. We go to a flop, and we see what happens. So it should be 2 1/4 in the pot. And there we go. 3-5 queen. Poker overkill flops top pair, as does Dave. Poker overkill with the better kicker. It's a lot to take in when you have to like look at 9 hands. And
JP with a gutter ball here. No, JP with a pair. Excuse me. That's pretty much it. Colin's got a gutter ball here. He needs 4 for a straight. Wow, it is a lot to take. I appreciate you guys now a little bit more doing this. Like, this is not easy.
Sometimes you're like, there's a 5 and a 4 and a, oh god, so much. Straight draw, wheel draw here for Colin.
Thank you.
Possible backdoor running flush draw as well. I want to see Colin bink a pot, dude. I want to see Colin just like bink one off right here. So checks around. Dave bets 150 here with top pair. And over to Poker Overkill makes the call. Oh man, Colin, that's the dream
The
wet.
nut card.
That is
I
the
mean,
wet dream card for Colin.
Not only, and here's
Oh,
the nut
God.
flush.
Oh, Colin.
Oh, Colin,
I
we're
want
feeling
you
for
back. Colin, please, dear God, get in the spot. Oh. And he's watching the stream too. He's gonna hear this. I'll be like, Colin, damn it. I mean, not that you should ever really be calling with ace deuce there.
And
but-
Dave bets his hand the way any of us would have, and he just gets outkicked by 1.
Yeah. Guys, for the record, there's no faulting Colin.
No.
In a bomb pot, somebody bets 150 into you and you're calling on nothing but a gutter. Like, I'm not calling either. I mean, I guess technically you could count your aces and out and hope it's good, but ace with 0 kicker, good luck with that. I feel like if Colin played that way as a standard, that he'd just be broke. He wouldn't even be at this game right now. Dave, I was just like, oh yeah, I'm in. Like, doesn't even matter. It's $5. I'm in.
Maybe he's a 49ers fan.
I'm in. $5. I'm in. Clear Alpha, yes, for those of you watching and are interested, you can watch the stream while you play. It is allowed. We are 100% live with you guys as commentators and the chat. The footage we are watching is 20 minutes old, though. 20 to 25 minutes old, somewhere in that range. So, yes, these guys can watch the stream because they are getting old information. In fact, we play the stream on several TVs around the card room, and you can see it from the table as well. There's no hiding the stream. And we do that obviously because if it was true real time, then obviously it opens up the door for collusion and to quote in living color, homie, don't play that. I don't know why I pointed at you, but I figured you get the reference, I guess. So Dave here, a couple of overs, nut club draw, Harlan with top pair. Poker Overkill did originally flop bottom pair, now he's got a straight draw too. Everybody hates the also board except for Dave. Harlan bet 75, quick call from Dave. And binks it. Super nut cookie monster here. And he's going to go for value.
To run good.
He's going to go for value. I feel like Dave C's just got a little like the Harlan Kryptonite is what we'll call it. If any player can outrun Harlan, it's going to be Dave C. That's what you got to do. You got to get a little trinket from Harlan and a little trinket from Dave C for Wednesday's game, and I don't think you can lose.
I'd be unbeatable.
It's unbeatable.
Ace, ace, deuce, 3 every hand.
Doesn't matter. What do you got? I can beat that.
Yep.
I need perfect. Nailed it.
Game.
Game, set, match. I love it. You guys are rad, very cool. Always appreciate all you friends in the chat there. Cause a Riot, Clear Alpha, My Skill is Luck, Hey Bingo, Hey, Wop Rye, what's going on? Rob Malt in the house. If you guys haven't clicked the heart yet, made it green, make sure you make it green. Green is happy. Hey Bingo, Hey, hello, hello. So yeah, tune in. We got about 20 minutes left in the stream. I would not be surprised to see another action pot or two. Poker Overkill raises to 55 with 8-10 suited. And Dave with the same hand makes the call. Dave C, Dave O also calls. Ace 7-3 Rainbow. Harlan pairs up with a 7, gives him the best of it currently. Check, check, poker overkill from the cutoff bets 100. Back to Harlan. Calls with, oh my god. Harlan
Life is
calls.
good when you're Harlan.
Harlan calls a mid pair, turns trips like a beast, goes running clubs here. Poker overkill just with absolute air, and easily gonna let it go to Harlan's bet here. And Harlan's not even gonna show. Is he gonna show? Is he gonna show what? What's he gonna show?
He's gonna show the 6. Come on.
Harlan. God, it feels good to be Harlan.
Fun fact, flop was 8-7-3, which is 21 in the world of blackjack.
Of course.
What do you think the odds are that the dealer will play out 21 on the flop in Holdem or any flop pool? What do you think the odds are?
God, I have no idea. This is something clearly you've calculated before, and I like it.
Calculated because I've actually taken people for some money doing some profits.
Oh, nice. God, I don't even know. So obviously it's got to be 21, so it's got to be, okay, so...
King, Ace, King 10 Ace.
Wow, that's pretty solid.
Yeah, there's a lot of combinations.
So there's more
10,
combos.
9 deuce.
There's more combos for 21 than people think, huh?
Yeah.
And so you always
anybody in the chat, 1 in 10. 1 in 10 is not correct.
You always take the 21 side, obviously, right?
It depends on what they're giving me for odds. Like,
okay. I like it.
Hey, Hollywood. Call 35. Call 35. Oh, wow.
Jack 10-5 here, all spades. God.
It's the Harlan show, folks. We'll just sit back and watch.
Harlan flops the nut flush. JP flops mid pair. Colin flops open-ended. God, I really hope this isn't the hand that Colin chooses to like pick a spot here, because this is not the hand. He's literally, I mean, short of JP going runner boat.
Yeah.
He's
if we
got
see
the
an
nut.
offsuit 9 here, it's so bad.
Oh my God, Colin, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Because it's so hard to see this hand.
Let the turn play. Oh God, he's gonna check too. Of course it's a non-spade. I'm sorry, Colin. God, that's so sick. Oh man. Everybody in the chat is being like, no, Colin, no. Oh. And honestly, you gotta give it up to Harlan's check on the turn gave him max value on
And
this
it's
hand.
such a bad river card too, because on offsuit 7,
it's non-spade, doesn't complete
it's non-spade.
anything. Nobody's calling with it. Whatever. If you had
Colin,
8-9, you got there. That's
Colin's
it.
like,
I mean,
is it possible he's got 8-9?
Oh.
And if I'm Harlan here, honestly, I would put Colin all in.
It's so sick, and he raises to 4. And it's literally about half a stack remaining. God. Everybody in the chat is like, Colin, no, we love you, bro. Oh. You mute Bobby. Did you feel for him? Because we've all been in Colin's spot. You're stuck. You're like, this is my hand. Dude, we know. The head nod, the shake, we know.
I get it, buddy.
Colin.
I get it. Been there, done that many a times.
When you rewatch this tomorrow, because you know you're going to, dude, we get it. We love you. We've all been there. It sucks. We get it, man. And like, God, that's where you're like, please just river a spade so I can get away.
Yeah.
Even river a board pair so I can think about it. Something. You just river a complete brick and give me what I call the nut no flush. You know?
So hard to put someone on a flop flush, especially the nut flush. And then, like I said, offsuit 9, offsuit ace, that's a killer.
You just feel for him. Hey, I just want to let Colin, you can't hear this yet, but I'm gonna buy you a drink after the stream because you need one, man. That's not fair. You'd be like, I don't drink. You know, all your waters are free on me.
And here we go, Harlan, 7.2K.
God. And that's why a guy like Harlan, he loses that monster pot earlier to Dave, right? And he instantly goes in the pocket for more because Harlan's like, this is Stone's life. Harlan doesn't lose on Stone's life. This is Stone's life. This is the Harlan show. I match with girls on Tinder and I just shoot them the link to Stone's live and I'm like, check me out here. That's how it goes, dude. It's a Harlan show.
I'm a married man. What is Tinder?
Just look up Grindr. That'll be better for you. The reverse. Never mind. Never mind.
What was the odds, Sean? The odds for the board hitting about 21, give or take 7.5 to 1.
In favor of hitting 21?
7.5 to 1. Yeah.
Oh wow.
What happened?
What odds are you gonna give me?
You'll hear it later.
I like when guys do the good old red or black. And then if it's all black or all red, they do 2-1. And then if it's all suited, they do 3-1.
Yeah.
Sick.
Oh my god. Justin.
Where did this kid Colin come from? I am not gonna make assumptions. I'm assuming he came from his mom and his dad to get together. Like, I mean, was it like a test tube baby? He came from his parents. That's the best I can tell you. Look at that, dude. Dave C and Harlan just murdering this table, and actually, majority of Dave C's stack coming from Harlan and Poker Overkill, and Harlan made the super climb back. Crazy. You know, it's funny, we talk about the red or black flops and the prop betting. I mean, I would play those sit and goes out there at the WSOP, and those guys would do, I mean, I'd be playing a couple $100 sit and go, and these guys are doing $100 a point, red or black flops, and if it's all black, it's 2-1. If it's all one suit, it's 3-1. And so, I mean, all day long, I'm watching these guys. This guy busts out, and I'm like, oh, it's a bad beat. He's like, I don't care. I made $1,200 on the red or black prop bet against seat 5. Like, I made more than I was going to make in this sit and go anyways. You know?
The big bets at like the World Series and all around in Vegas in the summer is to last longer.
Oh, yeah.
Last longer.
Oh, it's hilarious. I mean, and the prop bets are funny because you always hear the one sales guy at the table trying to convince you, like, because it's juice free, you have to do it. It's juice free, bro.
It is juice free.
It's juice free. I'm like, oh my god.
That's the biggest hustle ever.
Calm down. There's lots of things in life that are juice free.
There it is, 6 on the turn.
Bingo bango for Hollywood here. Turns a set. Flush possibilities. Nobody
JP goes from first to worst real quick.
Real quick.
Poker Overkill, the only one with spade.
His favorite.
Hollywood ended up. True to his name.
It's like, this is his side. So, 6. I did think,
Poker Overkill is clearly on Tinder.
Well, because he's actually trying to re-download that Grindr.
He said it, not me.
Oh my god. That's when I go out and all my tires are popped in my car in the parking lot. And I'm like, what? What happened? It's good. It's good. Are all the 5-5 tables at Stones capped like this? Generally, when we run the 5-5, it starts on the stream and then goes after the stream. But yeah, I mean, capped in what regards? They're not really capped. I mean, it's table stakes. At Stones, all of the games 1-3 and higher, no limit, are all table stakes. End of story.
Boom.
Which again is one of the reasons I really like, because for instance, I went somewhere else recently and I played a similar limit, like a 1-3 game, and they were capping my buy-in at 200. And I'm like, guys, that guy has like 1,000 in front of him. Like, I don't want to shoot pebbles at mountains here, you know what I mean? That's alright, because I totally stacked him anyways. Fuck the rate.
By far. That was the best. Oh, right. Ever. By far.
I knew he picked the 6.
No, by far. I believe, as far as I remember, that was the best.
Alright, Poker Overkill here raises to 25. 3 other players are going to come along. Look at this board. Ace, Jack, 10. Monster flop here for JP. Top pair and straight draw. Poker Overkill also being top pair. Dave with a straight draw here with his king. And this is weird. It actually gives Dave C a straight draw now for 9 peels? Like a
Everybody's got
super
everybody here
weird
is
straight
stoned.
draw. Yeah, super weird.
And Dave wins on the second board with quads.
Yeah, I know. Good here.
Oh my god.
Hey,
You know, I don't want to respond to troll. I'll respond to
overkill.
I just like that he brought in. I heard Colin beat Supreme Leader Kim Jong-un in last summer's Pyongyang Classic.
Your hand also, Dave. Hey Dave, your hand also.
Oh, he's gonna make the call.
Went live to this side.
Ace Queen good. Nice hand. Yeah, hey Bingo, hey, even the 2-5 here. The 2-5 is generally, so the majority of the tables that run the stones is the 1-2, the 1-3, and the 2-5. 1-3, 2-5, and everything higher all play as table stakes, which really comes in handy because, I mean, you know, you get some of these guys, especially even at the 1-3. Like I said, we had the super juicy 1-3 game running the other night where one player was stuck like 11K. And, I mean, just if you go to a 1-3 game like that where people have 5, 6, 8, 10K in front of them, and you can buy him for what, $200? Good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck. Let me know how that goes for you. I'd rather just take $200 and light it on fire and see what happens.
Can you do that? Can you share it and send it to me?
Okay.
Call 35?
Speaking of lighting on fire, my good friend Matt Savage lit his, I don't know what the color, it's just putrid red. He lit it on fire today to raise money for charity. So good for him. A suit that he wore in Lucky You, and also he's had for, it's like a charcoaly red. It was ugly. It needed to go.
I have plenty of suits that we can light on fire. I have money suits we can light on fire. I can literally light money suits on fire.
Dude, that suit you have is so money. And you don't even know it.
It looks like money. I like to think that I have it. They call my friend Double Down, you know what I mean? It's good. It's good. Actually, guys, speaking of which, next Monday, I believe we're going to have our Halloween game. And we're going to have I think it might be a bit of a villains-themed game. I'm definitely already have my suit for next Monday picked out, so you guys better tune in here. Because I know you're not passing out candy to the kiddies till what, Tuesday? Isn't Tuesday actual Halloween day? Something like that. Let's see. Yep. So Tuesday's actual Halloween. So Monday, you guys have no excuse. It's the Stones Live villain game. It's going to be the JK Squared show. What can I say? I mean, if you guys need a reference, look up last year's Halloween game when it was Mad Scientist and Deadpool. That's all I'm saying. All right, Dave O pops up to 30 with Ace-9, JP, Poker, Overkill. Both make the call. Now, JP flops bottom pair, Dave O with mid pair. Still ahead. Dave O just ships the rest of it here. Did you guys see that smooth handwork by Paul? Flips over the all-in button, catches it with his hand, sets it down. I do love Paul. He's a great man. Dealer's a stud. Gets through.
Take it down.
If you ever want any custom art, man, Paul, that's where you get it from. Paul's the man.
Let's start with, I'm sending you an FB request right now for your eyes only, okay? I'll send you a friend's request.
What's goodly? What's going on? This stream actually we go from 7 to 10 p.m. here Pacific Standard Time from Mondays and Wednesday evenings. So click that heart, follow us here. We're just on the tail end of our stream, but we will be back with you this next Monday for our Halloween show.
Who's playing in the game on Wednesday?
I'm sorry. On Wednesday there's gonna be this guy. I thought
Your
it was
good friend?
Wednesday already. Dude, all the way, guys. That is Day coming in, saying what up, bowing out. Good stream, good game, dude. Dude, all day, all day.
You're my hero.
We love it. The show one, oh my god, I'm in love. It's good.
Derek picking up pocket kings. This is the 5th time, I believe. Harlan got ace-jack suited.
Dude, seriously? How many times Derek gonna have kings?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5th.
At least.
Harlan flopping the nut flush draw. Derek's still with the overpair.
This is gonna get bad.
Everybody else is
Look at this. They share all the equity between Harlan and Derek. Like Colin and Poker Overkill don't even matter. Look at that. 2 and 2%, like whatever. Here's 50-50. Don't worry about that.
Like 65. That is 65.
So, of course, the two underdogs check. Derek fires 65 here. Let's see what Harlan does. This ought to be interesting. Harlan with a solid hand and position. Do you think we're going to see a solid pop here?
We might see a raise here. When Poker Overkill and Colin fold, because they clearly will, Derek's odds should actually go up slightly.
Wow, and Harlan just flatted.
And there it is.
8 ball on the turn. That's weird because Harlan always gets there, so I'm guessing it's got to be a spade on the river. Am I right? No? Chat?
It's probably an offsuit ace, just a...
Harlan is the super user. Oh God, I respect the.
Yeah, and I'm the doom switch when I play against them.
I respect the super user reference. Activate Linux.
This is actually a good bet by Harlan on the turn here.
I'm kind of surprised to see Derek check there and slow down on the turn. You think he's just checking to invent like a check raise here to induce a check raise?
This is weird. Actually, this is the most passive I've actually ever seen Derek play. And I'm not saying he's playing bad. It's
no.
It's just he hasn't. He's picked his spots well. So passive might be the worst word.
And Harlan's range is anywhere. So like if you're Derek, like there's a reason you're doing this. So he's gonna flat call here. Oh my God, how did Harlan miss? I'm worried like. How does a river miss Harlan?
How did Harlan miss one? How did Kings hold two? This is stones, right?
This is the Twilight Zone pod of the evening, guys. My Skills Luck says he should be check raising the turn because it's a blank. I actually kind of thought maybe that's what he was going for here, but you never really know against Harlan. And I think honestly, the funny thing is I think against the majority of players, that he would be check raising or even firing the turn.
I will say this.
Against Harlan, you're like,
I actually, if you're going to play the turn the way Derek did, I actually love the way he played the river. He checked, and when an offsuit 3 hits, I mean, really, there's nothing there. His hand gets stronger because he beats hands like Queen 8, some weird combination there. I like to check on the river because if Harlan bets, he can actually raise at that point for value and beat hands like Ace Queen. Ace Queen is always calling on that river.
But there's one problem with your equation, is that
Harlan never loses.
Yeah, it's against Harlan, and the 3 is mid pair on the flop. Harlan will call you with mid pair all day. So the fact that he actually, when you check. That's what I mean. I like when you check Harlan here giving side commentary to his own hand. Like he ain't going anywhere.
Can we get Harlan in the booth?
It's the same thing.
Can we get Harlan in the booth? We got a couple minutes left. Can we get Harlan in the booth? No spoilers though.
Here, hop in. Get in there.
We can pull in a third chair. Hold on. Let's give Harlan the middle chair.
Nobody wanted to do it. I tried.
My good buddy Harlan coming in. No spoilers.
Okay, no spoilers. I don't even remember what happened.
Loving that shirt, by the way. Loving that shirt.
Vegas strong.
Sean, or Shannon.
Oh, there you
For
go.
Shannon. Oh my God. For Mrs. Poker Boss. I love it.
How many more hands have we got?
We got about 4 minutes left in the stream.
Yeah, another hand or two.
Yeah, that hand, I knew Derek was strong. I just couldn't.
Here, I'll push over a little. Anyway.
All right, guys, if you have any questions about Harlan's run good, just type it in the chat. We'll let you know. Harlan, you run insane.
Yeah, a lot of practice.
We did a little guessing game earlier. I was asking people how old they think you are.
Oh, I heard that.
The first guess was like 69.
Tell that guy to come down here and let's have a little gamble. Let's have a little physical competition.
Well, apparently
he can't beat a 69-year-old guy.
Apparently, I challenged you to a push-up contest.
Oh, you did?
Oh, it was it was the worst bet I've ever made.
I don't know. This guy is pretty strong.
I've
seen Sean in the gym. He can throw some weight around.
Yeah, he moved a vending machine today. It was like 800 pounds out of my garage.
Yeah, did he clean
Yeah, I have
jerk
the
it?
bust-up finger to match.
I jammed it in the wall. I got upset. All right, so check it out. Harlan here, open-ended.
Yeah. I knew my night was over when I couldn't make this one.
Oh my God, check it out. Now we got Diamond Galore.
We got Dave with the nut flush draw.
No, yeah, Dave, and then right behind him, Dave with the second nut flush draw.
65.
Poker Overkill told me after the hand, he goes, man, I should have jammed this river.
MGX Web said, Harlan, why did you fold the pocket fours? What were you thinking?
Because I'll tell you exactly what I was thinking. Day opened the pot for 25, and when he shows a 6, he has pocket 6s there 90% of the time. he doesn't have ace-6 offsuit very often.
Yeah.
He could have had 6-4, but not when I have pocket four.
Now, did he say, I'll show you one and then you pick?
Yeah.
And that's what that's the sickest
and
part.
you
That's
the
what I love.
Pick the wrong fucking card.
That's what I love.
Ace, yeah, we were saying that.
That's what I love.
No, you're good.
That's
You're
what
good.
I
You're
love.
good.
Because if you pick the ace,
Yeah,
you just
it's a
snap
snap-
raise.
oh, yeah,
snap
yeah,
call,
yeah.
snap
Snap
raise,
call.
whatever. It doesn't matter. Yeah, that's what I said all day.
Yeah, just an unlucky picking the card.
And so it's sick.
But he said he put it like this, and hoping that I was going to take the 6.
And the sick part is he almost by doing that day laid his own odds from completely having a 0% chance to win the pot
to a 50-50.
To a 50-50 by letting him pick a card.
No,
It's
no,
so
If
sick.
I don't see a card, I snap call. Right?
It's so sick.
So the only thing Harlan can lose at is picking the wrong card. Or the right card.
That's what I mean. It's sick. I love it.
So anyway, it was a small pot.
See everybody in there. Wow, that's unreal.
Super sick.
I'm happy to let him bluff me on a small pot.
Yeah, I'll take it. God, well, because after Dave C earlier rivered that Jack 3 suited, and the funny thing is, I was like, oh, I made not be Harlan's night. He's getting up. It's like, oh, he's reloading. Game on.
No. The cream always rises to the top. You
Game
know
on.
that, guys.
Game on. Game on.
Great. 30.
I love it.
Derek had a light night here. I'm hoping he does something here with pocket 10s he picks up.
I mean, you were watching. Derek's had kings 5, 6
Yeah,
times.
Derek
already.
has been playing very conservative for
Pretty
Derek.
close to the vest.
Yeah. And I'm not really sure why.
It's getting late in the month. Mortgages due.
Yeah.
You know.
He's normally super aggro and plays very well, but he didn't get involved in a lot of hands tonight.
He didn't have a lot of hands, I'll be honest,
Yeah.
except the 5 times he had kings.
Yeah.
And the hand where you flop the nut flush against Colin, and then you check the turn, and it was just a super brick in the river. All of us, the chat, we all
Hey,
felt for.
dealer flips over 21. There it is again.
boom.
7.5 to 1. I'm telling you guys, now you guys are going to watch for that.
Yeah. That poor Colin didn't have a good night.
Oh
Yeah,
my god,
he
it was
did.
the same thing. And when the river was a complete blank and you check the turn, I'm like, oh god, it's so bad.
Yeah,
We're
it's
all like, Colin, no.
It's easy to play the nuts.
Yeah, that's right.
Derek C bets here with 10s.
Well, top for Colin right now.
Come on, Colin. Let's do it.
I think he wins.
One time for the
Oh
kids.
no, he's got. What's he got?
No spoilers.
I don't know. I don't remember. Oh, there's a gut shot. There's a gut shot. Runners. How can he lose?
How can he lose?
There's 2 of his 10s are gone.
Well, if Harlan had JP's hand, he'd definitely go running hard for sure.
Oh, he just.
Shifts it.
He's not getting called by anybody.
I don't know. I mean, Colin, he's been running so bad so far in the stream. Like anybody else is like, I'm in. Let's do it.
JP does have a pair.
75 total.
My skill is luck saying Colin running bad, but still playing solid. I agree. I agree. Colin's one of those guys that, you know, he doesn't really tilt or anything like that. It's good. He's a pretty good solid player.
Yeah, if I had his hand, I'm calling my bet too.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is, I mean, I think that's what it's all about, longevity, right? And so, I mean, you can get frustrated in hands, but you can't let them like tilt and affect your future play.
No,
you know?
yeah, that's hard to do.
And so Colin's been pretty solid. So that about wraps it up, dude. I mean, I'm sorry if you didn't like this stream, then you don't like poker.
That was one of the better ones.
Right? I mean, that was rad.
Yeah. Well, we had to,
yeah.
we had to put on a show for the out-of-town guests.
That was absolutely rad. Super rad. So the next show Wednesday is going to be the Crazy Omaha game. He's at 2040. Yeah, you're
I'm
in
ready.
it?
Jesus.
I'm stoked. I'm ready.
Right? Even Harlan's like, that's above my pay grade.
Yeah, I
don't know,
can't
you know.
even. Who's commentating that one?
It's going to be Bart Hansen and Jake doing the commentary.
Oh,
with
that'll be
Omaha,
good.
and
That's a
he's
good
in there
team.
for the 2040, so we got at least one fish at the table. That'd be great.
That's a good. That's
rad.
a good booth combo. So.
That's going to be good.
Yeah.
Awesome. Harlan, my man.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
Awesome.
Real quick, I want to just shout out
Vegas
a Vegas Strong shirt, guys. You know, we've been saying now, you know, we were there for you when things were good, and we appreciate you guys being there for us now. Vegas is rebuilding. We're stronger than ever. I am very proud of the town that I live in. It's been a tough month, obviously, for us, given everything that's going down, but you know, we're strong, and I have a lot of friends that were there at Route 91 and everything, and shout out to them and everything. I know some of them are watching right now. But Vegas strong. I'm proud of the town I live in.
All day.
And,
Yeah, for sure.
it's been great, and I appreciate all the hospitality up here. And guys, tune in on Wednesday. I'm going to
Crush the game.
That's what we're hoping for.
I said, just get a good luck trinket from Harlan. You're good.
Here,
man.
what do you
Taking
do?
all my money home. And 10% of my profits, I am going to give to the Route 91 survivors.
Oh, nice.
And I will match my losses, and also give that to the survivors. There you
Wow.
go.
Awesome.
Wow.
There you
Guys,
go.
Very good.
Stones Live, Vegas Strong, all the above. We love you guys. Tune in Wednesday. We'll see you here at 7 p.m.
Peace.
Bye, guys.
Man, you guys are